The following show features reviews from wildly unprofessional critics operating without the supervision of professionals. The thoughts and opinions held by these individuals are not to be taken seriously and do not come from a place of intellectual integrity. This show doesn't reflect the opinions of Criticless or its users. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's time to finally stop the constant flood of filth and propaganda coming out of Hollywood. Fill the airwaves 24/7 with that garbage. We gonna do the same thing.
I'm still here, you shit eaters.
I'm just trying to figure you out.
No, it's not going to be easy for you.
Why is it not going to be easy?
You're not bright enough. How's that?
What's up? What's up? What is up, everybody? Hello, and welcome to another episode of Criticless Cast Unhinged. We are back, and as you can see, it's a different situation than usual. And we'll see as the stragglers maybe start to come in as the show goes, because we're doing a Monday Hangover team-up episode. Really excited about it. And of course, you know, the man, the myth, the legend, Drunk 3PO, scheduled today. The man scheduled today. And then what does he do? He also schedules a train ride, is what he does. So we're gonna be missing Jay, which means that we can talk plenty of crap about him when he's not here. So I'm totally okay with that as well. You know, the guy he doesn't get enough crap because he's so nice. So I feel like if anybody's entitled to, it's the Monday Hangover Crew. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys, I feel like it is. But we are going to be talking about Masters of the Universe, the 1987 film that is. Everyone knows it's universally loved. Everyone loves the movie, especially Mo. Actually, when Mo was in the back room, he was like, I'm so excited to talk about this. There is no movie that I love more. Yeah. I mean, Sevi heard him, right?
Yeah. It was wild. He said this is 100% in his list. He said that this brings all the feels to him and brings him back to the era when he was a kid. And this is the reason why he was glad that he was alive during that time frame. So I'm really proud of Mo left.
Yeah. There you go, Mo. You got some opinions about
lies,
that?
all lies.
Oh, we would never lie. Come on.
Right, no, we would never do that. And everyone will have to bear with me. I'm not used to having all these screens. Y'all know I'm used to having the multi-camera situation. And actually, I think I'm going to be taking our crazy setup down to Orlando. So if there are some group shows, actually, including you two, y'all let me know. I will have all the cameras and stuff. I think we're doing
fun.
Hey.
Yeah, I think we're doing a Bro Science Live as well, like everybody in the same place.
Nice.
On Wednesday.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So cigars and drinks and who knows. So yeah, it's I'm excited. I'm excited for Orlando, which you guys were talking about before the show because y'all are both going, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's gonna be absolutely amazing. I'm already planning how to make the worst mac and cheese for Mo so he can have diarrhea. It's gonna be awesome.
Hey, as long as you make that outside, I don't care. I just don't want you to burn down the house. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
It's all good. It's all good. My goal is to make sure you get diarrhea after, so we're good.
It's not hard. It's okay. I'm old.
right.
It's not.
Right.
That's like the easy mode. You know.
It was like I've reached that age in my life where everything I eat makes me shit. So you know. But yeah, I'm excited because I get to expose you guys to Culture for Boomers and like some of the folks that are coming in to the show who maybe don't normally watch this but watch the Monday Hangover Crew, who get to see some of the ridiculousness that I keep everybody to date with on Culture for Boomers. But before we do any of that, I do want to go ahead and say hello to the chat and everybody in there, the lurkers, the lingers, and everybody commenting as well. What's going on, everybody? I love to see so many of y'all already in here. It's freaking awesome. And I think we will have a few more stragglers from the Monday Hangover. It sounded like Jonas was like in the midst of possibly like a tornado or something.
Yeah, I'm not going to dox where he lives, but that's like saying it's it's a Tuesday. So,
right, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I don't
So
buy that at all.
basically, it's an excuse. Basically, it's an
That's
excuse.
right. I know. He's just waiting until Culture for Boomers is over and we get all the ridiculous stuff out of the way, and then it's safe for him to come back. I will ask the chat if I should expose you guys to the past couple weeks. There was a news story that everyone missed, and it involved a man with an explosive inserted somewhere. And it's pretty wild. So
what? Yes, we need to talk about it. I'm curious.
Yeah, you guys need to hear about it because chat was just like, oh my god. And then last week, of course, Culture for Boomers also allowed us to talk about Wienergate. Which, did you guys hear about that? Like literally, at the Olympics, a bunch of dudes were.
Yes, I heard that. Yes.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of interesting things happening because also at the Olympics, did y'all hear they ran out of condoms?
Yeah,
I heard that.
By the way,
yes.
I heard how many condoms they ran out of. And
how many? Was it in the thousands?
It was in 5 figures.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
And a lot of those people are married, so you're like,
Right. Yeah. So. Yeah. Well, what's going on over there, guys? Or are people like quadrupling up on their usages? So yeah, freaking wild. But so also, I want to tell you two so that y'all can prep. Mo knows the deal. At the end of the show, Sevi, we have a segment that was called Sendoff Songs. I won't spoil what the segment is now, but be thinking about it. We send everybody off with a song at the end of the show. We let everybody know some music we've been listening to, so you can pick a song, and we do that at the end. So you can be thinking about something you've been listening to lately, and we'll do that at the end of the show. I'll tell the other guys when they come in too. So just so you know, that is a segment we have. But we are going to go ahead and get into Culture for Boomers. All right. Oh, and actually, I do want to bring up, we did have 2 super chats before the show started, one of which is Bob Loves Movies. He says, hey, everyone. Unfortunately, I won't be able to hang out tonight due to a prior engagement. I hope you guys have a great show. The movie is still dumb, and I enjoyed every minute of it. 70% rad. $15 from Bob Loves Movies. Thanks, Bob. Really appreciate it. And have you guys encountered or met Bob yet?
No.
Have I?
The streaming space? Yeah.
I don't think I have. No.
I don't think so.
I don't think I have.
Okay, I'm gonna start bringing him in on some of these shows and stuff. Maybe you guys will meet him. But Bob's a good dude. He's one of the ones in the community. He's been growing his channel, and they do some fun stuff. And they have a show called Dad's Turn to Talk. So it's they do good stuff. But Bob, thanks for the 15, man. We really appreciate it. And we got Darth Bane in here for $2 saying Akeem the African Dream Tax. I think that has to do with does that have something? Is that a weird mic thing? I feel like it probably is.
I thought Akeem Olajuwon was the African Dream back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're making a 1980s basketball reference, but I'm here for it.
Right. I have no idea. And then also we got a 10 from Ronan the Crusader. What's up, homie?
Hey.
Appreciate it, buddy. Good to see you in here. So yeah, glad to see all of you guys in the chat. We're already, the numbers are super high, man. I love everybody showing up and hanging out in here. But all right, guys. So do y'all want to hear about we'll save the butt bomb for a little bit. But actually, we can go ahead and start off with some really weird butt stuff. Actually, just to make it weird, if y'all want. There's a fart situation happening, and it's really, really strange. And I just got to know if anybody else has heard about this.
Hey, what's up, America? Scientists have discovered that people fart twice as much as we thought. So doctors initially considered farting 14 times a day as a normal amount of farts for the average human. But now, after scientific studies using smart underwear that measures farts, they've determined the average person farts 32 times a day. More than...
Where do I get this underwear? I want to know.
I saw this this morning. Well, not this clip, but I saw the fart underwear. I saw it on Twitter, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? Why would anybody want to have fart underwear?" So I just scrolled past it because I just thought it was ridiculous. I was like, "What type of weird ass person wants to do this?" Because I figured I didn't.
Exactly.
Men.
I didn't even click on it, but I assumed it was like gonna like measure your fart content or something. I don't know. No, women don't fart. This is all men. This
They
is
glow.
all
They
men.
glow.
Yeah.
No,
That's
absolutely, dude. If there was a leaderboard that you could connect this underwear to, buddy,
Right.
I'd beat
dude.
everybody before I even got out of bed to get out of here.
Are you
There is an
serious?
opportunity.
Oh my god, you have issues.
You know, there's an app idea right there. Maybe we need to get on this, Mo. Is a competitive underwear fart.
Comparative farting. Comparative farting.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, there's my wife. Yeah, that's regularly her statement. I don't know. I don't buy it.
I don't know.
I'm gonna look this up.
Last time no, I'm just kidding.
Competitive
You were just endlessly
farting. Hold on. Competitive. Oh my
Double
god,
the
there
farting.
is.
There
is
is.
a professional farting tournament.
Listen. All right. All right.
I knew
All
there
right.
had to be one. Oh my god.
All right.
Finally.
Yeah, but you got to be real careful because you don't want to have like a sharding competition because then things will get
This is gross.
out of hand. You don't want to.
I'm not gonna click on it, but I will just let you guys know. It
Yeah, like
exists.
when you do that, that's like when you hit a civilian in a game and it ruins your multiplier, so it goes back to 1.
Right.
You sharp.
Right.
You're like, well, that's cheating. You can't do that.
Ew. Don't do that. Don't do
Scientists
that.
initially discovered. So scientists developed a pair of smart underwear that measures the amount of gas coming out of your butthole. And they discovered that the average human farts around 32 times a day. A lot of them, people don't even know when the gas is falling out of their assholes. But scientists also discovered 2 new things about human farting. One, that there's groups of people called hydrogen hyperproducers that fart much more than everybody else,
Like Mo.
up to 59 times farting a day.
no.
And then you have
100%,
people
yeah.
called Zen digesters, people that fart less than 4 times in 12 hours. By the way, I need to reiterate, the hydrogen hyperproducers are up to 59 times per 12 hours. I misspoke on that.
a
So
lot of farts,
hydrogen
so.
hyperproducers can fart as many times as 118 times a day. But the Zen digesters can fart as little as 8 times a day. So here's the underwear that was produced to measure people's
No.
farts.
No.
It comes with a
No, I am not putting a cigarette lighter from the 1980s in my asshole.
It literally
Not
looks like a
happening.
freaking like butt plug.
That's crazy.
Looks like if you push it in, you can light up a Pall Mall.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Dude,
well,
no.
if you guys are wondering what to get Mo for Christmas, this is it.
This is it. This is it. They've got to make the sensor more discreet for. Yeah.
Just send
Yeah,
me
and
send it with a gift receipt, please. If you're gonna send it to the PO box. Yeah.
As Matt said, yeah, time to start fart maxing. That was another thing that we shared a while back. Is these people have started fart maxing, meaning that they eat stuff that literally just wrecks their gut on purpose to fart max.
Oh my god! Of course they did.
Yeah. So yeah, absolutely.
little
absurd.
clip-on device that you can place by your butthole there that measures hydrogen coming out of your ass. The underwear has
There you go,
electrochemical
that's what we can
hydrogen gas sensors and an analog system and temperature and humidity sensors.
What the
And
hell?
also
Humidity?
a sniff mode.
A
And
sniff
here's the
mode.
interface of this
Ew,
smart
ew.
underwear.
It said
Skip.
accelerometer, so it can measure the speed
Skip.
of your farts.
The
That's-
speed.
Skip.
and I love how it's sports branded. That's even better.
Yeah, exactly.
So
leave
nobody
it up to
knows.
University of Maryland to invent some gay crap
Seriously.
So nobody
Absolutely.
knows that you're farting, but we all know, Mo. We all know.
Yeah.
like this. Oh no,
We
that's the
all
thing
know.
of a man, especially of a man of an advanced age as mine. I own it. If it's a
Right.
good one,
You just-
I'll
you gotta-
admit it.
Ew,
Yeah.
gross.
Gotta lean into it. It always reminds me of. Did you ever see Grind back in the day?
No, I don't know what
the
grind
skate
is.
movie. What? Oh my god!
think I
it's a
have.
classic.
How are you
We're gonna-
surprised? How are you?
know.
Like you've known me for how
know.
long, Blaine?
I know. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's an amazing movie. We'll do it on this channel at some point. Maybe I'll get you guys on to do it. It's a fantastic movie. But there's this guy, and there's a part where he claims it, or he screams, and he's like, "I'm leaking beans," and it's like this big fat guy. And so that's a quote that I regularly quote from that movie. I have since I was a kid, and this whole thing reminds me of that. But so you guys will appreciate this. We showed this a long time ago. There's a device that has been created. I really, really want one. And what they have created this thing for is to actually explode varmints out of the ground.
What?
Like
I'm listening.
To literally, so it's apparently squirrels burrow in the ground. I did not know. And then you've got
did
gophers
not know
and
that.
stuff. Yeah, so it's been super popularized. This video has 13.6 million views. To show you how.
Dude,
what if you hit a bunny by mistake? You could hit a bunny by mistake. That's
dinner, free dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
it's
this
a
guy,
cute bunny.
This guy's a freaking savage. Oh my God, it's so wild.
Poor bunny.
Welcome back, boys, to another video. We got a fresh squirrel hole right here, and we're gonna blow it up. Rodinator.
Yeah, it's called the Rodinator.
Shove it right in the hole. We're gonna let that gas pump in there for a little while.
Yeah, so they filled the whole ground with gas.
Let's do it. Here we go.
Like what kind of gas?
Like your fart gas, methane.
Holy.
Yeah, bro.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
And now watch.
There's a squirrel. Now that.
Oh, they're still alive.
That's how you take.
Oh wait,
Not
never
anymore.
mind.
No.
Thanks for
Not
watching.
anymore.
Pulls his gun out.
There's a squirrel. Now
Oh my God.
That's how you take out a squirrel.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Freaking amazing. Like, people are brilliant. I mean, that is a hell of an idea. Just blasting rodents out of the ground.
So
Wow.
we used to have groundhogs back in the day. Well, they're still around.
Back
but
in the day.
And we had a trap that my dad inherited from his dad. This thing was probably like 50 years old at that point. And it was rusty. And he'd put that thing in the ground. You put it along their paths because you'd see where it'd come in. And you're like, even back then, back in the 80s and 90s, you're like, that's a bit rough. He's like, screw them. They're ruining my yard. So,
Yeah, exactly.
But gosh darn it, that thing was rusty. He'd throw a little WD-40 on that thing. Always got that gosh darn groundhog, man. Every single time.
What is a WD-40?
It's like it.
You don't know it comes free with a do-rag.
Oh. Hey, is it like grease for their hair?
It's a water displacer. So people think it like it's really, it makes the joints of like metal objects move a little easier.
So like a door hinge or like a
it's not oil though. That's a common misconception.
Okay.
But yeah.
But so for everybody in the chat, if anybody deals with these, now you can just get in a Rodinator and blast the little bastards right out of the ground. So for future reference with everybody.
Is that even legal?
The real question is, who cares? I mean, really.
I mean, you could get reported for that. I don't care.
In Blaine and I's neck of the woods, it is absolutely legal. It has to be.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. It's definitely
All right, maybe
legal.
it just depends where you are at, because I see I can see potential liability.
Right. Oh, there probably is. Now, I was waiting to see if I saw him in the chat. I was hoping Cole Hauser would pop up in the chat. Because I don't know if y'all know, but he's actually going viral right now. They caught some footage of Cole. And this video's got 58.9 million views. So we'll have to, he might not even know that they've posted this. Dude.
Oh my God.
Like, just the freaking social media age is such a weird time to be alive. Like, there was a time when a man this gigantic and jacked would never be caught,
doing this. Maybe he's gay.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah. Just
I see no straight man doing this. I'm sorry.
God, look at him. He can hardly even he's so big. His upper body is so big that it makes his lower body look small.
Oh no.
What happened? We got a spammer.
We got a tower in the chat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. If you mod me, I can help you.
Yeah, I will mod
you're
you.
good. Well, anyway, no, but it's like,
mod me now.
I'm glad Cole Hauser
Mod me now.
He's cut down on the creatine a little bit. He's a little thin in that picture for me.
Mm-hmm,
Have you ever ran into Cole Hauser at the meetups?
Yeah.
He's a problem.
Oh yeah, I've met him. He's the man. But yeah, I'm gonna mod you, Sevi. There you go.
Perfect. Let me refresh.
There you go.
I'll
But
take care of it.
all right, yeah. I know none of our normal mods are in here. I think we have quite a few, but I don't think any of them are in
Got
here.
it.
But cool. All right, so yeah, let's see here. Now that I've given Cole crap, maybe he'll hear about it and pop in here. So two other things I definitely wanted to show. One of which being, did you hear about the kid who got his neck slit?
What?
What?
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, super controversial. Like one of those things. Well, the reason you haven't heard about it is because the media and the news are not talking about it.
Of course, we're not talking about it.
Yeah,
Let's face it.
Right.
Well, with the YouTube, with the YouTube algorithm, how it is, I would be careful about showing stuff because you never know.
Right. Yeah, this one, we have yet to get popped for anything too ridiculous on here, but this kid is an absolute freaking legend. So this is the kid. They got him on film. They did an interview with him. Basically, he was on a boardwalk. What happened was this kid was walking on a boardwalk, and someone walked up behind him and slit his throat like with a knife. And he was just with his family walking on a boardwalk. And it happened in broad daylight. And so this is them interviewing this kid who is an absolute savage.
Situational awareness, as they call it.
I mean, I think, yeah, but I don't think it should have to be like that, you know? Like,
he's alive.
Oh, yeah.
Lori?
What'd he say? I missed it.
He just goes, it's kind of dumb. He goes, I don't think it should be like that. It's kind of dumb. And so just watch his face and his expressions and what to everything his mother says.
Yeah,
we don't know. Yes, of course. I mean, he was only 11 feet away from me when this happened, maybe 12 feet. It's absolutely horrifying. And he's had nightmares. We don't know.
He's like, what?
He's had nightmares.
He's like, what? Well, because this is the thing though. She is probably gunning to get an emotional distress, like an intentional emotional infliction of distress lawsuit based on this, either based on negligence or assault or battery issues. She's gunning for a civil lawsuit here. And part of what they look at when you have an emotional distress lawsuit is, can you sleep? Can you still eat normally? Has this affected your relationships? Are you still able to do the things that you were able to do before? So she's just very definitely gunning for a lawsuit here. And he, of course, didn't get the memo. So he's like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, exactly. Because this is not going to be well. His mom is going to be so mad about this.
No, but I love it so much. I love the energy.
He's great. He literally looks at her like the second she said, he's just like, this bitch, I ain't having nightmares.
And he's had nightmares. We don't know. Hopefully we are fine, and there's nothing more to come. And his little brother, who's 11, who saw everything as well, seeing his brother's neck split open, there might be some trauma.
Of course.
Bruh, dude.
I can't even imagine.
Oh,
yeah. He got, bro. And
I gotta say, it's pretty gangster. I'd rather.
Oh, ew. That looks bad.
It always pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And this kid is just risen it up on national TV. Doesn't care at all. Literally doesn't care. Oh my god. Which as the first one in the chat, this kid's probably on a bunch of pain meds too. So he just
first of all, pain meds basically unlock your personality, your full.
Right.
It was already underlying before we even got to that point. So
yeah.
Wow.
Just freaking hilarious. I about died when I saw that. This kid is just an absolute savage. So I'm trying to decide if I should, after our giant fart segment, if I should introduce y'all to the bomb, to what this man did, and then first I'll let's see if we can. I guess I need to see if I can find it. Is the most important thing here, because I know that there's a lot in the chat that have not heard about this issue. I should have preloaded it at the top. But so I'll go ahead and preface this by saying someone it made national news that someone placed something explosive in an area. All right. Now I want you to try and guess what nation this person was from. I'll let you try and guess that first. Where would someone be from if they were to do something this weird?
Something this stupid. India?
No. That's a good guess though. I like that.
They do a lot of stupid things.
Right. And just think like fruity nations, a nation.
France. Okay.
France.
Italy.
No. Yeah, Italy's not bad. France is spot on. So here, I'll just let you guys get the. Oh my god! All right. Here you go. 7.8 million views on this thing.
This might be the most outrageous story of the year so far. A hospital in France had to be evacuated on Saturday after a World War I artillery bombshell was found lodged in a man's anus. And not only was this shell a whole 8 inches long and over 1 inch thick, which the 24-year-old apparently inserted in himself, with the media suspecting it was part of a party trick, but also the bomb was still live, meaning it had the potential.
Oh my god!
Live inside of him.
Potential to blow at any moment. Brother belongs in the files for this one. To make it even more wild, this ammunition was used by the German Imperial Army in World War I, and after surgeons successfully removed it in an emergency operation, a security perimeter had to be formed around the hospital, and all patients and staff were evacuated. Even the bomb squad had to be called to defuse the shell, along with the fire brigade on standby. This unidentified man now faces charges of handling, if you could call it that, Category A munitions, which in France can carry a sentence of up to 10 years in prison.
Jesus.
Can you imagine that? Like being the guy that everyone having to find out, like they had to evacuate the hospital. Like I just can't. What possesses people to do this kind of thing?
It's the French. Who knows? I mean, they're pretty much born into gayness, and it's just how well they can fight it off is the question. But
this man, he didn't fight it off.
Apparently not. Like, I mean, okay, like seriously, you see like the pictures of these like old munitions and stuff. If the thing's 100 years old, it's probably caked with rut.
Right.
Ew.
Oh, it's just nothing sanitary about this thing. Yeah, where was the picture? Yeah, look at that thing.
No, it's
we can show it. We can show the X-ray of it being inserted, but no, we can't show the shell.
Right.
But here's the shell right here. So what are we doing here?
Holy smokes! I mean,
yeah. Sam Spurgeon in the chat. Yes, after that bombshell, prison won't be a problem at all.
No, he's not going to need to worry about prison at all. Freaking wild. I cannot imagine hitting the news. But the last thing I want to cover is this because it's wild. So are y'all familiar with Sean Strickland? G&G actually ended up putting. Did you see the clip of what he said today?
No, what did he say? What did he say?
Oh my God, you're not. This guy is always
awesome.
Oh, it's awesome. It's ridiculous. This guy is always saying the craziest shit. But I cannot. I hope Gina comments on this because it involves our girl Gina Carano. So it's wild. Oh wait, I've got it muted. Hold on.
Rhonda and Gina, whoever thought about that, man? They're gonna be half naked. I guess I will be half naked. Might be make it a little better. I don't know, dude. Like, well, let's be honest. Ronda Rousey can fight. That bitch can fight. She's Olympian. We're fucking Olympian. Bitch can fight. Gina always sucked. I like Gina. She's like super conservative. She was hot. I was like a kid.
Did you hear he said that?
He said something else that I thought you were talking about something else.
I think it's later in this clip.
When she
fought
about
the British meatballs.
I made after her once or twice back in the day. But
dude,
what? My God, dude! Did he actually say that?
Gina always sucked. I like Gina. She's like super conservative. She was hot. I was like a kid when she fought. I made after her once or twice back in the day, but.
Bro,
that was like Strike Force days, right? How long ago was that? I was like a kid, dude. I was like, what, But yeah, Gina, I mean, she always kind of sucked. You know, she was just hot. And back then, like, women's MMA was like slightly worse than it is now, which is saying a lot. No, you know what he gives a f. Maybe if you put some oil on it, you know, do some dollar bills, people might give a f. But really, like, not many people give a fuck about women's MMA in general. You know, it's like it's like the WNBA. Everyone's like, oh, like, no one gives a fuck about women's sports, dude.
Wow.
Like, zero shits. My man gives zero shits.
Yeah.
And you know what? I generally agree, because women playing basketball is the most unintentionally funny thing that you can ever watch in your life. But like Amanda Nunes fights, she was beating the brakes off people. She was
hell yeah.
Dude. I do not agree with that at all. Like, it was good enough. Yeah,
No,
it was
women's fighting is
Hey,
getting better for sure. Now there used to be the stigma of like certain women's fights and stuff, especially boxing, being like you could freaking take a nap. It's just like slow and wasn't great. But I don't know. I think both these ladies, they got a lot to prove on this fight. I think they're both going to show up.
So I mainly because I was broke at the time. You remember Elite XC? It was the UFC competitor for like a year. Well, they showed it on CBS, so I got to watch Kimbo Slice. I think it was on the card. It was the card, but the undercard was Gina Carano, and I were like, oh, well, I go, who is this lady?
Yeah,
you know, and I can safely say that as a married man, even at that point. But it was just like she had that kind of aura around her. You're like, something special about this woman. So back in 08, 09, I saw her fighting, and she could, dude, she's a Muay Thai fighter. That is not easy. She's amazing.
Right.
So,
yeah. No, she's great. I'm excited about it. But, and I mean, if you've seen any of Sean's other commentary, like, this is not surprising. This dude will say absolutely freaking whatever. So I mean, this comment section is freaking great. Everybody just being like, you know, this is like CEO of Paramount right now. Like, just, you know, it's just you know, his PR, I would hate to be his PR agent for sure. By the way, if y'all want me to, so this was what I was going to button things up with, because you guys are going to be seeing and hearing more about this. So that's one of the big things about this segment is like showing you guys hopefully some things you might not have seen, but also some things that you'll be seeing in the future that you're like, what the hell is happening? Why am I seeing this? And so are you guys familiar with Boy Throb?
No.
I plead the fifth.
So Mo does.
Yeah.
I plead the fifth. You cannot. I will not self-incriminate.
Yeah, seriously. So y'all are going to be hearing about them. You know how like the like back in the day, the pin pineapple pin guy, and like just like these weird music phenomenons that will randomly become popular, and you're like, why is this famous? But it's like it's popular because it's bad, you know. This is another one of those scenarios. These guys are a group of guys who decided that they were going to bring back boy bands. They are not very good. They have been getting slightly better. When they first started, it was like real bad. But everybody's leaning into the joke now, except for the weird thing is, because these guys are like kind of nice and whatever, like they're not really getting roasted. And so what's happened is they weren't originally called Boy Throb. To become popular, they decided to poll the internet and let the internet decide their boy band's name. And the internet decided on Boy Throb, and they actually went with it. So that's these guys' name. They have a fourth member who shows up in all their videos, the one that was just singing, and he literally has not met them physically. They met him on the internet, and he records remote videos, and it's a dude from freaking India with a thick Indian accent. This whole situation is absolutely absurd. And so, like I said, you guys will be hearing more about these guys. So I figured just go ahead and let everybody know what the deal is with them. And so, yeah, here's an exposure to them.
I'm still waiting for my visa to be approved so I can join my boy band in America.
But if you need time, don't take your time. A visa, we'll get it. Way you got us all in our head. Think we'd rather you on a jet. Whatever it is, you know we can't take it. Counting the days till we can be with our friends.
And they're literally trying to get this guy a visa to get him over to America. And that's what like 90% of their content is about. So they literally, the other thing is that's extra making this blow up is, are y'all familiar with BB No Money? The rapper?
No.
Okay. He's pretty big. You probably heard some songs he's on. So he appeared on one of their songs. This video is already at 2.1 million views. And they're probably, you're going to see these guys. They're already on like daytime shows and stuff. It's happened so fast. And you're just going to be like, what is this terrible music? And it's these guys.
I am lonely. I'm so lonely. I just want to join my boy band. Man, I really need some cash from my boy band. My man Darshan stuck in faraway land.
Roll a little song for the real fans. Big jam, stream Boy Throb, making big bands.
I ain't trying to play in the little leagues. Flying Darshan now, he don't want a middle seat. 01 visa and it ain't cheap. Credit card debt, got us gambling our car key.
Yeah. So that's Boy Throb. You're welcome. And I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Why is BB No Money wearing a Internet Explorer belt buckle?
Dude, there's no telling. He's a weird guy. He's a really strange dude. But it is really funny. They literally did the recently they did the national anthem at a Major League Hockey game. They've been all over the place. So yeah, it's sorry, Antoine. I know. I'm sorry you had to come in on this. I apologize. Here, I'll make it better. Here's someone eating shit. And they're fine.
That's nice.
Bro.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's why the blinds probably should not skate, you know. I don't know. But yeah, I think that has been it, guys, for culture for boomers. So yeah, you're welcome for all of that relatively pointless stuff. But now you know about the fart underwear and Boy Throb and exploding squirrels out of the ground. You know, you're welcome.
I'm so sad.
I know. Yeah. There's some videos of them where, so like that one, when they got that squirrel out of the ground, he ran out. But I've seen ones where the explosive, like when it goes off, it literally just launches them out of the holes in the ground, which is even better.
I'm all for it.
So yeah, me too. It's amazing. So yeah, but also I see we've got a 2-month membership from Subtle saying word to Poppy Gordo, paramour of Hispanic ladies worldwide. You know, I do what I can, Subtle. I do what I can, and you know I told a story yesterday, so there's the whole ice story. Mo might have heard it, but I've become a story of fire and ice because now yesterday was fire. My son almost burned down our entire yard.
Bro, I saw a one screenshot like pretty quickly, and
yeah, it's absolutely insane.
I need more.
Wow.
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. Basically, we burn trash because we live out in the country, and my son was burning trash and the wind was blowing like crazy. Here, I'll go ahead and show you guys. So I heard him screaming at the top of his lungs. I was working and I was just like chilling out, doing my thing, and all of a sudden I just hear like outside. I'm like,
oh,
I thought it was a woman. Like straight up, I thought there was a woman being murdered outside of my house. And I've never heard him scream like this in his entire life. I look outside.
I was going to say, he's got a very strong disposition, my man. It doesn't seem like that's, yeah, I've met him a few times.
No,
yeah.
He's a tough kid. He's a tough kid. And I was like, what is happening? I see him. He's running back and forth across the yard. And I'm like, oh my God, something's wrong. And then I start to notice that there's like smoke everywhere. And he's running back and forth. And so I take off running. And let's see here. Here you go. This was my yard after it was done. Over to the side of our property. Legit, like.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's freaking a huge area. And it just, I ran out there, was like stomping out the fire. And it was just like every time the wind would blow, an area that I had put out would relight and just start spreading again. It was absolutely insane. Craziest shit I've ever seen.
Blaine, why didn't you let us know that Sevi was visiting? I didn't realize that she was doing a cookout.
For real. It was absolutely insane. He was like borderline traumatized. He's like, I'm sorry, I was burned the house down. I'm like, bro, look, shit happens, man. This is what happens when you light stuff on fire. You just got to be prepared.
Hilarious.
And also, this is why you're grounded, because, you know, if you had done what I said and worn tennis shoes and not been, because he was terrified. So like he could have stomped it out early when it spread for the first little spot. And he was wearing flip-flops, so he was terrified and couldn't stomp it out. And so, but I literally tried to put it all out. I melted the bottoms of my shoes off, like ended up running over. We got the hose, and like, it was insane. Absolutely nuts. So yeah, word to the wise. You know, if you're, which he's never had issues burning stuff, you know, in the past, but maybe keep an eye out when your kids are burning shit. You know.
Yeah.
So anyways, but
the more you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
The more you know. And Sevi, I see you got to go, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I'm setting up my
Word.
stuff right now.
Yeah, cool.
But thank you for inviting me. I'm gonna be playing Divinity Original Sin 2. That's the schedule I have. But have fun. Join Criticless
cool.
if you have not already. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Yeah. Later, Sevi. And so, and for everybody that doesn't know, hopefully it sounds like Mike is going to be here in a little bit, and he was doing dinner and stuff, and then maybe Jonas if he doesn't get sucked up by a tornado. So we will see with him as well in a bit. But I did want to go ahead and talk about a few news things before we talked about Masters of the Universe, because there is some things happening. So we'll go ahead and run the news. All right. So I don't know if you are familiar, Mo, with a show that came out actually about, I don't know, a year or so ago. It was called Jury Duty. Did you see it?
No, I would have loved.
Really?
If it's acting or if it's like a reality show, I would definitely been into it.
It's both. The show was
Really?
both. And let me
So
tell
it's
you,
like is it what? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
No, well, what was that? There was like a show where they had like a Joe the Millionaire, but it was like it was completely fake, and the only person that knew was the main guy.
Yes.
Sorry.
So this is that, but the opposite is inverse. So on Criticless right now, all the reviews are excellence, or most excellence and rads in Criticless. But there is a season 2 coming, which is why I wanted to talk about this. But season 1 of Jury Duty, what it is actually, you know what? We can share a trailer of the first. But so the first season of Jury Duty, the way it worked was that actually the whole cast was in on the joke and was part of the show, and one dude was the only person that had no idea that he was actually on a fake show. Like, insane concept. Absolutely insane. This show flew way under the radar because it was actually a Freevee original back when it launched. And it literally, the show stars James Marsden, actually. And James Marsden is playing himself as if he got pulled on for jury duty. It is amazing. Yes. It's so good.
How did
the matter of Hillgrove versus Morris?
When they say jury of your peers, I think that's accurate. I mean, how long does this normally take if you've done this before?
I'm a recognizable public figure.
Respectfully, I don't recognize you.
Juror number 54.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm going to be upset if I don't get on the jury. Me? Ready, guys? Here we go.
All right, so this is what happened. Allegedly, we got defecation. There's a lady named Jacquees. I'm in it. I'm in it.
Try to keep an eye on him.
I want to do the best job that I can. What do people usually say when they're trying to get out of this? I'm only going off of things I've seen on Family Guy. Wait, what was it? Peter pretends to be racist to get out of jury duty.
Would you be able to be a good juror for this matter?
Sir. I'm racist.
Sir, please have a seat.
I don't know why I said that.
Eliminate that for the next time.
Totally. Yeah, that's a stupid idea.
The jury duty.
Sorry for the paparazzi.
This is a problem.
You're sequestered.
I Googled it. It's isolated.
Isolated.
Separated. Todd is a very interesting individual. He showed up wearing chair pants.
The difficulty is the lack of a banner.
Jesus Christ.
What are we looking at in here?
Hi, guys.
No!
Sorry. Jump scare.
This is the most unorthodox trial that I presided over.
Oh my God!
I try not to judge a book too much.
Yeah, it's freezing up. But
Bruh.
yes, dude,
Seriously.
the show is nuts. Highly recommend it if you have not seen it. It came out in 2023, actually. So this was early Criticless. And like I said, not a ton of people saw it, but it did really well, like in the social media space, as far as people talking about it and it going viral and whatever, because the idea was so ridiculous. I gave it a 91. This is one of the funniest shows I've ever seen. And I don't even this doesn't even perfectly capture it because it's hard to show like being this bird's eye view of like this guy who thinks that like he knows that he's being filmed, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But he thinks that it's like a reality show and has no idea that everyone else is actors and like the whole thing is scripted / improv. It is nuts. So yeah, definitely check it out. I'm curious to hear your thoughts if you do end up watching it.
I would love something like that.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and it's half-hour episodes. It's on Freevee. It's free to watch, so it's like easy to check out. But yeah, so now they've announced that we're getting to season 2, and there's 14 people that have done like comedy stuff that's going to be on it. So it's a new crew. Now I am interested to see if they get someone like James Marsden to come in for this season as well. But I was curious. I literally right before we started the show, I saw that this was happening. So it says season 2 will premiere on March 20th. So we're like, this is next month. So this is soon. And followed by 3 episodes, and then followed by 2 episodes on the 27th, and then another 3 episodes on the 3rd. So,
oh, nice.
soon.
Yeah, dude. Like, honestly, you'd be like, why is it on Freevee? That's probably a really smart idea because when it premieres, it goes under the radar and then it catches fire, and then because that's the worst part about some of these shows is people know now. They're going to be wise to it. I'm trying to think. There's been many shows that are like that where it's just like, okay, we like people are looking out for it at some point if it gets too popular.
Right. Yeah, I'm curious to see, because like that's the thing is like there are a lot of people that are just so totally disconnected from pop culture. So they explained like how they pulled this off. So that's the cool thing about it too, is the last episode is them basically being like how we fooled this dude, and obviously they'll have to do it again. And so I am curious to see like with the real guy that was involved with this whole thing, like how. From what I gather, they do like Craigslist. So last time they did like a Craigslist posting is how they did it. And they were able to vet it out by asking certain questions on like to find out if the person had heard about the show before without alerting them to what it was or whatever. But I am curious to see how long they can keep this going if it becomes super popular. So yeah, this is, I was curious to see if they were going to say what type of a case this was going to be, but I don't think that they've said yet. But Ronald has apparently, the guy that was on last season, became like super good friends with all the actors and is like friends with James Marsden now. And after the show was like hanging out with James Marsden, and he's just a regular dude. So it's super cool. So when this launches, we'll be talking about it more. Definitely check out Jury Duty. Another thing I wanted to mention, I don't know if you were watching the G&G website today, but the community got a killer mention, or well, someone in the community. Did you hear about this?
Oh, dude, I listened to this recently. Yes.
Really?
Jeremy just brought it up and he played the clip, but I'm not going to ruin the surprise for anybody, even though we see it right here. But by all means, go ahead. I heard it.
Yeah.
my eyes bugged out. I about ruined my underwear, underwear that measures my farts. So
right. Of course. But yeah, so the news here is that Rippaverse and Eric July got a shout out on Joe Rogan, which is freaking awesome. And I basically, so it was on a Michael Malice episode. I don't, for anybody who's familiar with Michael Malice, I love Michael Malice. I think he's great.
King of the trolls, and that's not underselling it. King of the
for real.
trolls.
He's absolutely hilarious. I am curious if he has technically heard of us. I actually sent him a package when Criticless first launched up, and with a note and like some merch and stuff. So I'm curious to see if he ever actually got it down the road. I hope one day we can get his attention, because he's just a cool dude. He likes to support stuff like this, obviously, because he mentioned Rippaverse. And so basically, the long and short of it was that, I guess I can read the quote here. He says, there's a guy named Eric July who has this whole kind of empire. He did a Kickstarter. He made like $1 million for his first one. It's called the Rippaverse. And now they're at the point where you don't have to go through DC or Marvel to produce your product.
Yeah, he kind of speed run that description. It could have been a little better, but yeah, no, it gets the point across.
Right, exactly. I mean, I'm happy for Rippa. Like, it's so cool.
Oh, dude.
To get a mention on, Rogan. And it's like, I am curious, at what point are we going to see somebody like, Gary or Rippa or somebody end up showing up on Rogan? Could be super cool. But like physically them being there, not just getting a mention, because I think something happened with Gary and a mention or something as well. Am I right? Did you hear about that?
On
Rogan.
On Rogan?
Yeah.
I don't know. No, that was that. I think we're thinking of Fox News, like some guy, a YouTuber. Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah. That was. He did get that shout out. Yeah, for sure. So I mean, but that's the cool thing, is like this community is it's rippling out. People are hearing about everybody, and this is great. I think it's super cool. So congrats to Rippa for this. I'm happy for him, and I hope that there's more mentions like this in the future for other people in the community that are doing stuff.
I by 1 degree or so have, and people don't believe it, but it like, I have a friend who works with TSA, so he can vouch for this. Right. Something happened on I flew back from LA in 2021, and this woman tried to open a door on the airplane, and it made news, and it made the Joe Rogan show. And this woman made I hung out with this woman at the bar, talked to her for a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. And so it came up on a Joe Rogan episode. So I decided to comment, and everybody's like, yeah, sure, whatever. No, this woman tried to open the door mid-flight, and they had to duct tape her to the chair.
I remember hearing about that, and it getting the mention on Rogan. Yeah.
Yeah, it got a mention on Rogan. I was on that flight. I was
really,
and I hung out. I have that. I have her email address somewhere. It's a picture. Like, she wanted to buy some of my art, which I kind of dabble in that as outside of graphic design. So so I'm like, oh yeah. So I jumped into Joe Rogan. And everybody's like, obviously Joe Rogan's, as well they should. It was like, you're full of shit.
Right.
But as far as Eric D. July, dude, like he deserves that kind of respect, because he brought it from nothing in a time where nobody wanted to hear from his ass at all. And even people that should be on his side, like some, losers, I'm not going to say his name.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he's
the infighting in the community and the bullshit. Like, it's just like, why take down people doing similar things? It's like, it's just this, it doesn't make sense to me.
No, it doesn't. No,
and it's just not worth it. Like, if we're trying to make a difference with culture, why are we going to go at each other? It just makes literally no sense.
Yeah, no, not at all. But no. Congratulations to Eric. He deserves that kind of respect. It seemed like a pipe dream a few years ago when he brought it up. To see where he's at right now, that was insane. Like, seriously.
It's nuts. Yeah, it's super cool. We got a few more supers I wanted to bring up here. Life on Marshmallows, consistent as always. Thanks, Life on Marshmallows. Much appreciated. Gifted 5 Criticless Cast memberships. Thanks so much. And for those that get those memberships, welcome to the cult. I've been doing some members-only videos as well lately, so we've got some in there. Also got Soundwave Superior in here for Fire Tax 199. No more beardos. Hashtag no more beardos. Which, and of course, me and you get dubbed as the Temu X-Wing and Temu Beardo. So, I still think there's a Halloween joke there waiting to happen,
More than likely. We'll see.
Yeah, for next year. I think we should do it. Maybe we should just well, I was going to say it's not surprising for me to host Bro Science anymore. I regularly do that. So I was going to say take over Beardo's show.
Well, I'll just quit walking right now, and then my legs will be the same size as Beardo's.
There you go.
So.
There you go. There you go. And we got a 10 from Quagmire. Says, super late. Sorry, guys. I still haven't found a new harassment topic. So your heavy metal score is like seeing an Arby's. It doesn't piss you off, but you're just wondering why it is there. So thanks for the 10, Quagmire. I'm sorry that my that score for heavy metal offends you. Mo, are you a fan of the old heavy metal movie from back in the day?
I loved it for what it was when I saw it as a teenager, but as somebody who is very, very critical of artistry and animation and like graphic, it doesn't hold up. It is a very poorly animated movie. The rotoscoping is shit in that movie, but the stories are amazing. I love the stories,
and all the boobs are amazing. Obviously,
Well, there's other stuff in there aside from that because it was 1980.
Yeah. The movie's wild.
There was some shrubbery in there as well, which I was like,
yeah.
So, but that's a very conflicted score. That would be a very long review on Criticless, and I have to do it. But yes, that's
like where I struggled with it. I gave it a 69. Right, I gave it a 69 out of posterity. It's tough because it's like when you watch it now in like especially HD, you're just like I almost feel like it would be better in a lower quality on like a CRT.
Oh yeah, you can see like the little remnants of cocaine stuck to the film and stuff like it's it's not a good transfer.
Right.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right,
Yep.
Exactly. But either way, Quagmire, thanks for the 10, much appreciated. Because as everyone knows, wait, hold on, where do we go here? We appreciate all the love and support, the super chats, all of those things because.
By the time I pay my scientists, all the people in my lab, my developers, the lab rats, it's a wash. Well, why you do it then? Because I'm selfless.
That's right. Everybody knows it. We do appreciate it. We got Irish Skywalker in here for a 199 as well. It says, will you or Mo be at MegaCon? Also, Jaws is goated. Hey, listen. I love that everybody loves Jaws. It is goated in its own right. I think a 50% is a totally honorable score. But yes, as far as me and Mo, Mo, if you want to take it away as far as MegaCon.
MegaCon, we're absolutely going to be there. A lot of us will be there. So yep.
Most of the G&G squad and everybody adjacent to it and all of that, everybody's kind of coming in. I actually heard, I think Drinker's going to be there again this year, and Gary and a lot of the folks are going to be there. So it's going to be a big turnout.
Yeah. So real quick, regarding to the first time I was there, this first time we met, where we got attacked by condiments.
Yes,
we won't go down that
not
road
condoms,
anymore.
but condiments.
Condiments, yes.
Yeah.
I was wearing sunglasses and my beard was growing out. It was like it was where Critical Drinkers was. So I just walked around the convention and people thought I was Critical Drinker because we're about the same height,
right?
The same complexion and stuff like that. Yeah, so that was pretty fun. But
yeah,
no, I'll be there. We'll be there. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So come say hi. We'll be there throughout the week, different things. We're also, I don't know if Mo's going to go to it. I think I'll be there. Jay's doing some stuff with X-Wing and the Daughter's Revenge book and stuff at some point.
Please. I'm part of his channel now. It's kind of compulsory at this point, but I want to anyways. So
yeah.
So
I'm sure you'll be there.
There's going to be a lot of people there. Me and a lot of my crew from the GCA, which I see a lot of my fans in the chat. I want to call them fans, but fans. People that hang out on the Discord, wonderful supporters. It's going to be awesome. The Daytona Beach meetup in the morning of Friday, March 20th, I think, is going to be really fun. And there's going to be discounts, and we're going to be hanging out at Buc-ee's too. It's going to be a very Americana-filled day. It's going to be American-filled. Americana.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And I think I'm planning on, if everything goes to plan, I'm driving down, so I'm bringing merch and stuff. So I'm going to be giving away Criticless stuff at that. So we'll come get some Criticless merch if you're going.
Yeah, which is goated merch, by the way.
Yeah.
We've talked about it before. It's very, very well built, but it doesn't make you sweat through your t-shirt like a lot of these other ones do. Like this one is a great t-shirt. This isn't. It's too thick, but it gets to 100 degrees where we're from.
Yeah.
Like his t-shirts, he's brought that into consideration. So if you're from Florida or you're from southern regions, They're really comfortable and they look cool as crap, man. They're so cool.
Yeah, they're great. So yeah, definitely check out our merch. I'm actually sending out multiple orders today, and I'll be giving away some free stuff in Orlando at MegaCon. So yeah, and actually, I don't know if you saw it. We got a message from Jonas, and it is looking like he sent us tornado warnings. So yeah, he is absolutely it's going down. So yeah, miss you, buddy. Yeah. So I did want to bring up this last little piece of news here, though, Mo. One last thing I want to talk about before we start talking about the movie is let's go ahead and bring this up. Did you hear about this? That Doug Liman's next film will feature AI-generated locations and AI-assisted performances. So, and are you familiar with who Doug Liman is, by the way, as well?
Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah, well, yeah,
Yes.
okay. I thought the name sounded familiar. I was watching clips of that last night. I'm like, gosh darn it, this is so good.
Edge of Tomorrow is so good. Or Live, Die, Repeat for the people that didn't see it when it first came out.
I saw it in the theater. It was
same.
Awesome. Yes.
Yeah. It's an amazing movie. But so that's the thing. This is a notorious, like, good filmmaker. This dude knows what he's doing. And his next film is going to feature AI-generated locations and AI-assisted performances. He's the guy that did Edge of Tomorrow. He did Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And most recently, a movie he did that I am not crazy about is he did the Jake Gyllenhaal remake of Roadhouse. So, wasn't a fan of that. Did you see it?
I saw a few clips and I hated it. And the fact that you're going to waste, like Conor McGregor on a movie like that is just that's not a good thing. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Nope. Original Roadhouse, Patrick Swayze. It just there's certain things I just will not kowtow to. So
right. But yeah, it's this is a weird bit of news here. So it says according to an article from Variety, this kind of breaks down what the title is, and it says markerless performative capture stage. So that means that it's not going to have locations marked and stuff. No actual filming locations. Instead, actors will be performing on a markerless performance capture stage. So I'm guessing kind of like those stages that they use for like The Mandalorian. Have you seen those? The big like curve.
The volume. Yeah. The volume. Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's going to be on something like that, but then they're acting to weird AI stuff. Like, how do you think this is going to work? I don't even understand. Like,
well, okay, so here's the thing that I think that would be beneficial from AI is because when you look at people acting in the volume with they're wearing the wetsuit covered in ping pong balls,
right.
Is let's say you have like an actual actor there in the volume, or you're in a simple stage where there's not a lot of detail, so you can take it out in post production. Is having an actual person to talk to, not a point on a backpack where it's like a taller creature or something like that. You can actually have like a human interaction, which that's the giveaway is when you can tell people are actually acting against that or acting against nothing. You can tell like it's devoid of that kind of interaction, that warmth. So that's the thing that I could see that this could benefit from, but I don't know.
Yeah. It seems really odd. The locations is going to be interesting too. Like, are we going to be able to feel that a lot of the places aren't real, being that nowhere is on location? It's apparently a Bitcoin biopic. It's called Killing Satoshi, and it's starring Pete Davidson and Casey Affleck. So it's the two of them. I'm already not super excited about the cast. Casey's okay.
I love Casey. What was it? 200 Cigarettes. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Yeah. So,
yeah, Casey does good stuff, but Pete, I'm kind of so on. But basically, it says here that they're basically reserving the right to generate artificial intelligence and or machine learning technologies, and basically to include adjusting lip, facial, body movements. And then, however, the casting notices do confirm that AI will not be used to generate a recognizable and indefinable digital replica. So there's not going to be AI versions of people, I guess. But I don't know. This is still going to be so odd. But I mean, clearly we are officially, we're officially in the age of full-blown AI filmmaking, which is so weird. Like, I'm just not. I don't know that I'm ready for it. Like, are you where do you sit with the AI filmmaking? Like, I mean, are you excited for it or?
Well, I understand that like there's certain things you push back against, like
right.
Not to get too political, like ideologies. There's certain ones that just should not exist. Period. AI is different because it gives it's once again, it's like when digital came into filmmaking, whether it was audio, video, cutting, and stuff like that. You didn't have to have like a wide swath of experience or schooling to be able to do it. So this is going to be like going from analog to digital,
right?
And so it's going to go from digital to AI.
You
can't put the crap back in the horse. All right. It's already out there. It is a very useful tool. I use AI. AI is useful for doing lots of things. So I think it is a very useful. It's a tool. It's a tool. Just like anything throughout history. When we moved from like oil paint to acrylic paint to, black and white film to color film to Technicolor to digital to, it's a progression of things. And if you're just going to try to fight it, that is a fool's errand. So my thing is, it should be useful for people. It's going to give people that otherwise would not have the avenue to tell these wonderful stories and put them on the screen. Right now, it's in this weird, are you allowed to take things from people that have the rights to stuff? I don't think that should be the case. You should be able to, we've had this discussion. It's okay if it's slop right now, but once it becomes indeterminable from a regular movie, you got to protect you got to copyright stuff. So
and that's going to be the interesting thing here is because basically a lot of the people it's basically stating that like anybody that signs up for this movie is signing up to be okay with all this AI stuff. And the question is, are people going to essentially like get in trouble, quote unquote, like with other people in the industry for taking part in this AI stuff? You know what I mean?
You're like, you're saying, are they going to be a scab?
Yes.
Yeah. They might, but go ahead.
It's only going to be, I think it'll be a short-lived thing, but I think that there will be kind of this scarlet letter put on people for a little while who are like, oh, you're one of the ones, kind of initiating the end of, the way the industry is supposed to be. And they're going to catch some shit for sure for taking part in these AI films.
So this is my feeling. And we've had this discussion on a show that I've been on, because we talk about like AA games like Clair Obscura, Helldivers 2. Like you still need money, but if you're good at programming, if you understand how to use Unreal Engine or ones like that, you can make something amazing that people will enjoy. And it doesn't even have to be that great. It could be pixel art. It could be like Hollow Knight, which is just like a Super Nintendo game essentially. As far as like the level of programming, well, cinematography, movie making, all that kind of stuff has never had that kind of easy in. You could have like really specialized art house movies, but this opens the door to people that have ideas. And I'm not trying to sound like Shad from FNT. This is the reason why technology and artistry and stuff like that is important. Is because people that have fantastic ideas that they otherwise would not be able to afford it because they can't get out of their job. They have to support their family, but they want to get it out here. With AI, it allows them to get that out there. And say whatever you will about AI. I see people in the chat talking trash about AI. I understand there are some bad parts about AI, but the upside is unbridled, unencumbered imagination and people's ideas getting out to people that can enjoy them. And what that's going to do in relation to the video game industry, it's going to give us what we wanted from single A and AA and indie. We're going to get that same level of creativity and fit and finish in this in movies. And that's what I'm excited about. And that's why it matters. And that's why it's a great thing. It's in its early stages. It still is, even though it looks amazing. But the upside for the people that want to get into the industry, want to do something, want to get their idea out there, it's amazing, and I'm fully for it. Now we just got to see where it goes over the next 5 to 10 years. That's my
Right. Yeah, no, I agree. I am very curious. I think as long as it gets treated as a tool and not just to completely run, the whole industry to where everything is just 100% AI. And as I said, I think on Hangover, I think it'll become two camps where we'll have this group that is, that are purists, and then the AI group. And I think that there will be a niche market for, just straight up old school filmmaking, and they'll probably lean into practical effects and all that stuff. And then on the other side of things, we will have all of the AI stuff. So And I think it will go for all industries. But I think either way, it's going to kind of be one of those things where you're going to adapt or get left behind, most likely.
Yeah. The big question is the models. Is not to get too deep into the weeds here, but it's basically like, are we pulling from copyrighted material? Are we pulling from other people's work? I do not agree with that. You can be inspired by it, but if you're just pulling straight from people's work, that's where it gets kind of hazy.
Right.
That's where it gets kind of weird, because there are some things where it doesn't, you can fly really close to the sun and still be okay.
Right. Yeah.
That needs to work itself out. Once it does, I think we'll be in a good place.
I agree. So we'll see. I'm not going to hold my breath for it. I mean, I'm just going to watch it play out. That's all you kind of can do, and just see how people are using it and the advancements that they're making, and if it's going to be for the good of the industry in the long term. I did want to bring up really quickly, I did see Cole Hauser in the chat. Now, I do not know if he's still in here or if he's rewinding to see to try and find the clip of him. If he is still in here, I'll just show it again. So Cole, sound off if you're still in here, and I'll and not rewinding trying to find a clip of yourself. But we'll show it again. And I did want to bring up 2 more super chats here really quick. Oh wait, no, yeah, there he is. All right, give me a second, Cole. Yeah, we'll show it in a second. So we've got a 199 from Irish Skywalker said, I thought you were X-Wing 5 on meth. They do say that. They say that sometimes. Maybe, just maybe. But he's Zestwing now, by the way. That's what we call him now. He's Zestwing. Right. Now that my daughter has renamed him, and I prefer that name, and everybody just continue it. Let's keep it going. He's Zestwing from here on out.
Zestwing, yes.
Yeah. And we've got another from Irish Skywalker as well. It says, Blaine, one of the worst movies I saw in theaters when I was younger was Maelstrom, The Destruction of Jared Sin in 3D. Your thoughts? I have no idea what that is, Mo. Have you ever heard of that?
Is Metal Storm is an anime, right? I thought
maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna have to check that out, and we will get back with you because I've never seen it. Go review it on Criticless.
Friday the 13th 3D is probably the worst 3D movie ever made because all the 3D is just gags. Yeah, it was like, oh, I'm holding a baseball bat towards the camera.
Right.
Look, it's 3D, and it wasn't even like Jason or anything. It was just the teenagers playing baseball. It was cornball to the 10th power. Yeah. So there's some really bad 3D movies out there.
Yeah, well, in the early ones, even when they kind of, or I say early ones, when the 3D stuff kind of came back in that second wave of 3D, that was some of the early stuff sucked and was very nauseating, and then they kind of got it together. But I know you're a big proponent. You loved the 3D when it got good.
Dude, Dread. In 3D.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yes.
Doing it right is amazing. Yeah,
it is. That's a great one. And we got a 199 from Cornboy with a super sticker. Thanks, Cornboy. Much appreciated.
Yep, there you go. Thank you.
What up? And also another one from J Doge or J Dodge. I don't know which one, but I always say Doge, so we'll say J Doge. And 5 gifted Criticless Cast memberships. Welcome to the cult, everybody that gets your cult membership. Glad to have you in here. And I think we owe Cole Hauser an answer for. Oh, I've never done that before. Oh shit! How do I didn't take that away before I took. Oh. How do you do that? How do you take a comment
there is
away?
A hide current comment, but it's like hidden towards the top of your chat.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yep.
That's wild. Yeah, they like take it away entirely. That's a weird StreamYard thing. All right, so Cole Hauser, just for you, since you came in here, we got you. The problem was, you went viral, and I don't know if anybody's let you know, and we wanted to make sure we called it out because this video, it's gotten 58.9 million views. And so you've got to answer for your actions, sir. So let's go ahead and bring this up, buddy. And for everybody that missed it earlier, Cole, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
So next time you're putting on one of these performances, Cole, you got to let us know. We didn't know that you were doing this kind of social media marketing lately. It's I didn't know you could move like that. I'm really impressed.
That was he just got the USS flag, so he was he's very happy.
That's it. And yeah, I saw he was on. I saw he was on the show the other day. With you and Jay.
Yeah, Midday Mixer. We generally will talk about a little modern news, but generally we kind of delve straight into nostalgia and the 80s and 90s stuff. And oh boy, Cole Hauser, his Transformers collection and G.I. Joe collection is like
impressive.
It's amazing. Yeah,
it's awesome. So yeah, but yeah, so Cole, I approve of the moves. Good job. And I know you're not that big. That guy is freaking gigantic. I don't even know how he moves
like that big. That much bigger. Yeah, we've seen you in person. Don't undersell it.
I love how that's his primary comment about it though. He's like, I don't dance like that. He's just like, no, I'm not quite that big. Like that's the main takeaway from this. I love it. But yeah, we'll be expecting those moves from you in Orlando, buddy. So just so you know, we'll be looking out. But yeah, so it's time, guys. We got to talk about Masters of the Universe because this is going to be a great debate for all of history. I was hoping that Mike's lazy ass would be in here by now so that he could be part of the freaking Masters of the Universe conversation, but he's just hanging out, has to be with his family. I know. So
well, it is February, so
right. And is it his birthday today?
Was it his birthday?
Because Mike is having. I was curious when we asked him to come on. I'm like, is today? Because my birthday's in 2 days. So my birthday's on Saturday, actually. And I know that his and mine are very close together. So it could be his birthday today. And he just hasn't said anything.
Well, to quote 50 Cent, we don't care if it's your birthday.
That's right. That's right. Get your ass in here, Mike. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and run the it isn't going to be spoiler free, but we'll go ahead and run the spoiler free bumper because everybody loves the humpy ladies. All right. It's time, Mo. We got to let you vent. You haven't had time to publicly talk about one of the greatest films ever released, a movie that everyone loves, and obviously you do as well. So you want to go ahead and kick things off on your opinion of Masters of the Universe? I mean, I have the poster right behind my head. I put it back up. I went and got it and put it up here for this show because I was so excited to talk about this movie. But yeah, Mo. So what do you think about Masters of the Universe? Tell everybody how much
you should have thrown that poster in your yard when your son was burning the trash. That's what I think. So, as somebody who saw this, I didn't see it in the theater, but I saw it soon after. So it's probably like HBO, Showtime, something like that.
Right.
I hate this movie. I'm going to cut right to the chase. Cannot stand this movie. I grew up with as some of you seen on the show that we were talking about earlier, Midday Mixer. We played the read along books where we play the record. That's all I
right.
And we watch along and we would read along and we would watch the shows. I loved He-Man. So this was my first introduction to the cash grab. It's close enough. Yeah. No, I could not. I hate this movie with every ounce of my being. It has every 80s shit trope that you could find in an 80s movie, and it does it worse than any other 80s movie ever made. So
I see, and that's what's funny is like there's seems to be people on like both sides of things where you're either like it has every ridiculous trope from the 80s and I love it for that, or you're a Mo and you're like it has every ridiculous trope from the 80s and it's stupid and lame and I hate it.
They do it cynically in here. It's just like they just mail it in. I can't stand it. Yeah. It's just,
Well, see, and so I'm with Cole. I am one of those people that unabashedly loves this movie. I think it is funny and fun and ridiculous. It is, for me, this is like peak 80s nostalgia. Like this is what the 80s was all about. I mean, literally like the MacGuffin of the film is a motherfucking synthesizer. Like, what is cooler than that? Like an actual
everything's
playable. Cool. Synthesizers are so cool, dude. Synthesizers are the coolest. And to have it be a device that opens up portals to another universe, like that's amazing. That is the coolest shit ever. I mean, and I'll say this is so. Like I brought up a minute ago, some of this trailer, there are scenes here, especially early on. Now, I will say this, absolutely. Now, I don't know how you feel about it versus this stuff. This movie is, it's kind of in not even two parts, really. It's more of like most of the movies on Earth, and then like all of the super cool shit from Eternia there's not enough of it. But I love the stuff from Eternia. So do you not like the Eternia stuff either?
I think inside these sets, like the set is good. The Castle of Grayskull looks like somebody drew it from memory.
Oh,
and it looks like utter shit. I cannot stand it.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah, no, it's so bad. But like inside these sets, it's good. It's why I didn't give it like a 0 or a 10 or something like that. Like the beginning and the end of the movie, if they could just fill in the middle with what they put on the side, which we know why. It's because they didn't have the budget for it.
Well, yeah.
So
there's some definite budget conversations to have about this movie, because this movie has a crazy story in regard to a lot of the budget stuff, and a lot went wrong, and you can feel it in the movie. You can feel that you're like, oh shit, I think they ran out of money.
Well, we already knew they ran out of money because we saw the title cards, the people who made the movie. I saw Canon, and I'm like,
right,
it makes sense.
Which, and so that's one of the big facts about the film is that notoriously this was put out by Golan Glorbus, which was a distribution company of Canon. And this was the most expensive film that they ever made. So, and basically they beefed up the budget by $5 million. And this was basically the movie that toppled Golan Glorbus and basically like made them stop putting out movies.
Good riddance.
Dude, it's so, this movie makes me so happy. Like, but also, this is one of those where if people are like, I hate the shit out of this movie, I'm like, I get it. Fine. Like, I don't judge you for hating it, but watching it makes me so happy. Now, the most interesting thing about this movie for me is, like you said, so you said you saw it at home, right? Like when it was just streaming on TV?
Like right after I came home. So we didn't see it in the theater. So it might have been tape. It might have been, I saw it in the 80s for sure. 88, 89, one of those.
Okay.
Right after.
So still pretty, well, that was at least you were probably like 90 years old at the time. So you were, that's probably why you're a little bitter, is like you saw it in your old age, and but I get it. I get it. This movie though is, it's really just crackheaded and ridiculous. I mean, everything about it is just, I don't know. I can't help but just be nostalgic about how weird it is. So for me, Life on Marshmallow is giving me crap for saying streaming on TV. Yeah, that's a good point. Not streaming, whatever. Like showing on the broadcast. Yeah, broadcast.
Yes.
So when I saw this, I clearly watched it several times at home. There was a weird thing where I didn't remember this movie. I didn't remember seeing it. If I had even thought about the film, I don't know if I could have told you that it was a He-Man movie. Like, it's this really weird thing. So I saw it as an adult and was like, holy shit, I've seen this movie a lot. Like, I watched this movie a bunch as a kid, and I did not remember seeing it at all. So it was this super weird. Like, you ever have that happen? Like that just memory flashback?
With a lot of people like that are my age, and I'm decent. I'm not too much older than you, but old enough to kind of put me in a different segment. That was Flash Gordon, the original one. You know you saw it, and until you saw the entire movie, you're like, I've seen this movie. Because it would show like little bits and pieces, like the guy's face melting, or Timothy Robbins looking like he was Robin Hood or something. You would notice like little beats. This is one of these movies that was on all the time, so you catch it here.
Yep. And that was the thing, is I clearly thought that this movie was absolutely badass as a kid and watched it a lot. And I think in my head, honestly, and it makes sense, like this isn't really a He-Man movie. Like, which granted, it's not even called He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. It's just called Masters of the Universe, right? Like, and He-Man is kind of a bit player in this movie. It is more of a Masters of the Universe film,
And
but not
that was the
really
annoying part. And he's filthy and dirty, and for whatever reason, Dolph Lundgren just decided he wasn't going to speak English for this year.
Right.
You know. So yeah,
Right.
it was, and there wasn't any. He wasn't his alter ego. There's no battle cat. It was just like mailed in. Yeah, it was
right.
Just,
It is a weird thing, and it feels like a lot of what's happened to a lot of more modern remakes of, or well, I say remakes, modern movies of the stuff that people complain about, right? Like movies that OG fans complain about with modern movies where they're like, it's not really the real thing. It's not like, it's not about the source material and the way that it should be. But like at the same time, for me, this is one of those, I guess, and it possibly is the nostalgia, but it's like, I just don't really care. And I do love He-Man, and I watched He-Man as a kid. But I guess that my nostalgia for this movie overweighs my nostalgia, I guess, for He-Man. But it is, I think, because it is so inherently 80s for me, that's now even why I love it, like nostalgia aside, right? It's just like, because you've seen like online people do these like AI things where they're like, oh, this is like dark sci-fi, you know, and they make like these AI videos. Like the stuff in Eternia, that is what it is. Like that's where they get those ideas from, is the stuff in this movie. That's what those AI clips look like, is like this movie. And that is cool to me. And I wish, you know, I wish that there was more stuff in Eternia, but still, like the costumes of all the villains and stuff, the costumes are great. I wish Jonas was here. Jonas made a great joke in his review, actually, where he basically says that like there's violence in this movie, but there's not enough violence to injure anyone's, or like to do any damage to anyone's costumes, because like everyone's costumes, no matter how much they get hit with swords, nothing happens to the costumes whatsoever.
Oh, well, except for Beastman. Beastman gets ammonia thrown in his face and it melts his head. Yeah.
Yeah. Beastman gets rocked in this movie for sure. And that's the thing where like there are the lazy things about this movie, but at the same time, they do include characters like Beastman and some of the others, you know, so it's not like they totally abandoned everything about the original.
Special effects are so bad in this, even for the 80s.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
Yeah, it's really bad.
There's a synthesizer.
That thing is so stupid. I swore I've seen that somewhere else. I think that it looks like something that's been in Star Trek. It's one of those reused props. I probably started here, but I've seen it before. But
it wouldn't surprise me. No, go ahead.
But the action sequences, if you can call them that, were way strung out. Like this movie could be like an hour and 15 minutes if they just kind of. He-Man on the stupid surfboard / manhole cover was like, it seemed like it took forever. I was like, what is the point of this? Like it didn't serve any. Yeah. So here's my main problem. It's because I was the right age. I grew up with He-Man, the cartoon, and everything else. So we saw a very poor translation to the screen, and that made me annoyed. Now, if you've never seen He-Man or you never grew up with it like we did, because there was nothing really before that. You had Super Friends in the 70s. You had like some like Star Trek cartoon. You had a few ones that kind of hit, but nothing was as popular as He-Man, and it was so big when I was a small kid.
Right.
We wanted to see it done right on the screen, and it was just like here, you guys are kids, you're stupid, enjoy. And even at that age, at like 8 or 9, by the time I saw it, I was like, man, I'm not that stupid. And it's kind of funny because there's a lot of things that we kind of see in woke that we see in this movie. Like, it looks like you guys need a woman's touch. And I'm like, you won't even eat meat. Like, you ain't beating that shit out of nothing, lady. But aside from that, it's just annoying. The whole set on Earth thing. There's so many, like, don't get me started. I can name the tropes. This one does every trope from the 80s, and it does it bad. Like every single one. Every single one.
That's what makes it great, Mo.
No,
that's what makes it
shite. Makes it awful. Well, I hate this.
And so apparently also, I don't know if you knew this. So they had a rule that was set by Mattel that in the movie, He-Man is not allowed to kill anyone. So that also didn't help things, but it was a very strict stipulation that they actually wrote into this film that he could not kill any flesh or blood characters in the movie. And so apparently it caused quite a bit of issues with how they wanted to handled the action, and I think that might be why his character feels so neutered in the film.
Yeah,
because like He-Man can't freaking hurt anybody. What are we talking about? So he's just like literally like in this scene here, he's like half the time he's not fighting with his sword, like he's pushing people around and shit. So I'm wondering if that's now I guess he was allowed to hurt Skeletor, and because he's not like a flesh and blood character, maybe.
But even then, the post-credit scene, which is one of the early ones where they really did that.
Right.
Yeah. So even then, they didn't commit to it. By the way, I love this scene where Skeleton, I mean love with quotes.
Right.
He's absolutely, there's a semi-truck in front of this thing. It looks like they're hitting every damn bump in the road. He's like shaking and stuff like that. It's just like,
it's so funny, dude. It's freaking great. And I wanted to pull this up. We got a 20 from Cole Hauser here. Thanks, buddy. We really appreciate it. He said, remember Cannon was only focused on Chuck Norris and Michael Dudikoff. I have to say that I love Cannon movies. Cannon gave us American Ninja, Missing in Action, Delta Force, and Cobra. I didn't know they did Cobra.
Oh, Cobra.
Yeah.
You're the disease and I'm the
right.
cure. Yeah, dude, I legitimately love that movie. So, okay.
Yeah.
That's 80s tropes done right, though. 80s tropes done
right.
Yeah.
They're tropey movies for sure. And that's the thing. It's like, how cool are you with the tropes? How much of them... but I think this is one of those for me with these cheesy 80 movies. They actually do get better with age for me. Like, I think that they become more fun the more cheesy that they are. But I love the cheese.
Yeah. When you're talking to a massive He-Man fan, at least
I know.
Yeah. So I understand where you're coming from. This ain't it, fam.
Right. But and Cole, thanks for the 20. I appreciate it. I did not realize all of those were done by Canon. That's wild. So yeah, I need to go back and see some of those. But I appreciate the 20, Cole. But yeah, it's so one of the things I wanted to bring up as well. It almost seems like they wanted to make a Star Wars movie. You know, like
dude. Well, yeah, we had Bill Conte's "Screw It, I'll Just Get Paid" soundtrack.
Yeah.
The score in this movie is generic. It would be like something you'd hear in the background when they're making fun of a movie. Like it was like making fun of them. It was the most mailed in because Bill Conte did the Karate Kid like trilogy and stuff. Like the man knows how to make music. This was just like I don't care, pay me.
Right.
Like he just did. There was no hook. There was no. You can't hum a theme from He-Man. It just, It was generic action.
Well, and
it's
mixed with Star Wars. Like there are multiple things in this where you're like, not only visually were they ripping on Star Wars, they were audibly ripping on Star Wars. Like the I can't remember what they're called, but the bad guys that are like what they're normally called. But in this, they were essentially stormtroopers. Like what? Do you remember what they're called from He-Man?
Oh, because they weren't in the original cartoon, but yeah, even my son's like they look like the people that work on the Death Star. Like they're so like, dude. The intro was not Superman: Life of Martian. Lindros was Superman on a dollar store budget with like on drugs.
Oh, dude, I love the intro so much. I love it.
Bad.
It's funny too because I think I told you before we started the show. Sid, my wife, she had never seen this, and she was actually like hooked when it started. And she's like, "This is so cool! Like, it looks great! Like, look at it's just so freaking 80s and so like." And you've got what's the character? The little dude. Was he made up for this movie? The little
Gwildor. When I heard that Courtney Cox's parents, spoiler, die in a plane wreck, I wish Gwildor was strapped to the front of that Cessna. Man, I thought it was Orko or whatever his name was. I'm drawing a blank, but but no, he was awful. His face didn't articulate. It looked like, I don't want to say what his cheeks looked like, but they looked like that.
It's like a Balchinian, you know. From
yes,
whatever
that's
that
exactly.
was
Yes.
like,
all right, it looks like a nutsack. Yeah.
Yeah, his face is just a nutsack. Like that is what it is. He is a nutsack character. I was hoping that they would show him in this trailer. I was scrubbing through, and I don't even know that he's really in the trailer like at all, at least in this particular trailer. But he's in the movie a lot.
Way too much. He's integral to the story. None of this would happen if this little elf midget weirdo thing. And by the way, I think they misspelled Courtney Cox's name in the credits. I don't know if you noticed that. I think they did. I was looking it up right now. Yeah,
that's another thing. Watching her as a kid, dude, I thought she was so freaking hot in this movie growing up. Like she was it. But which you didn't like her back in the day. Which I guess if you hated this movie, then you're like, I don't even care. Period. Why are these human characters from Earth in this movie at all? So
that's how old I am. I'm like, oh, it's the girl from the Bruce Springsteen video.
right.
No, she was all right, but you're not touching Karen Allen or Jennifer Connelly, man. Like she's not. I love Courtney Cox. I thought she was
right.
I think she's pretty, but she's not in the upper echelon. So
right. And King's Court Raid, what's up, man? Everybody from King's Court. Thanks, guys. Nice to see you in here. But dude, I don't know. We're so split, so I wanted to go ahead and actually pull up our audience. And Mo, just FYI, I think one of my earbuds is randomly dying. So if I start doing weird shit, it's because I can't hear in one ear and I'm scrambling to find a headset.
Well, now you know what it's like to be old, so enjoy.
Right, seriously. Or maybe I'll just be using one earbud. But yeah, so I wanted to pull up the Criticless scores here and see kind of everybody's thoughts on this thing, because people really are kind of all over the place and they're either cool with the cheese or not. And so currently on Criticless, it's sitting at a 60%, which is, I mean, listen, like that's pretty solid for a movie as cheesy and kind of as underseen as this is. And we had quite a few you guys come in and review it. Now, I gave it a 79%. I just, like I said, I think it's so fun. Like, there's a part of me that unabashedly would give this a most excellent, partially as a joke, just because every time I watch it, I'm just like, this is so fun. Like, this stupid freaking movie is so fun. But also, like I said, I get why people don't like it. But we've got Fergusonian here, who's in the chat, gave it a 50%, and he said, pretty gay. but from what I know about He-Man, probably not gay enough.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I can't disagree with that.
So, I mean, you know, that's pretty good, Fergusonian, and you're not exactly wrong. And I think decents are totally fair. Probably Toxic gave it a 57% and said maybe it deserves a higher score, but I felt like it was missing something. And well, yeah, I think a lot of what it was missing was Eternia. So there's that as well. And yeah, I see more of you King's Court guys coming in. What's going on, guys? Thanks for the raid. We really appreciate it. And so we got Shadow Spawn here, gave it a 61 as well, and said it was originally going to be a decent, but he raised his score for me particularly. If you don't follow Shadow Spawn in Criticless, his lore never ceases to fail on all of the lore that he has created for me. Shadow Spawn is a ridiculous human, but gotta love Shadow Spawn. But we got the masks. Marvel gave it a 54% and it said this movie kind of stinks. It does not have the power. You know, listen, it's love it or hate it. Now, Mo, you gave it a 35%. Yeah, that's like lower. That's the lowest one yet. You know, you're really showing that childhood hatred for this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, and I try to look at everything with a unbiased eye. I try to rewatch it, but no, this one I just can't. So
all right. Yeah, well, down vote. I am curious who else.
The rest of you are wrong. That's all you know.
Yeah, Jake, you got Jake, Blue Blaze, and Banjo have given you down votes. So I have had one earbud die. We'll see how the other one does as we go, but I might end up switching over to headphones here. But my Dixie gave it a 59% and said, "Dang it, Blaine." And so yeah, my Dixie is one of the many people who likes to shame me for having you guys watch some of this weird stuff. But also, one of the things that we have not brought up and talked about, and we will in a few, is that we have a Masters of the Universe movie coming out in just a couple months. So there's going to be more Masters of the Universe happening, and I am curious to hear your thoughts on that. And have we watched a trailer for that on like Monday Hangover or anywhere?
For what again?
For the new Masters of the Universe movie.
Oh, I'm sure we have. I've seen it on. So it's to the point I've seen it on a few streams I've been on. I can't tell. Yeah. I'm pretty. No, we did because I did. A reaction. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm curious to hear everybody's thoughts on that. And honestly, it's one of my most anticipated films of the year. I'm pretty excited.
Cautiously optimistic, but They're really it looks good. It looks good.
Right.
It honestly
Right.
does. Yeah.
And yeah, Jake Stanley. So here's old nut sack face. We were looking for him, and here's Gwildor.
Sure.
Which this scene in general is just.
Don't ever sneak up on me like that.
By the way,
What did you think of Man of Arms? What did you think of him?
He was
and, like,
good.
his casting?
Homeboy's still alive, by the way. He's
No way. He was like 100 in this movie.
That's what I was saying. I because I always look at that stuff and I'm like, let me look into that. No, he was born in 1932, so that would make him 94 years old. He's still alive. He's still kicking.
Holy shit.
He might be
That's
man. He might be man at wheelchair, but he's still
yeah,
here.
man in wheelchair. Yeah, for real. Yeah, he dude, because he's old as shit in this movie. But Gwildor is literally just the embodiment of a scrotum. He's just an absolute nutsack. And
I hate it. I hate him because. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, why is he in this movie? Like, what was the idea behind it?
It's called the story didn't work unless we had a little Deus Ex Machina troll. Like, literally, the plot wouldn't happen, things wouldn't happen. The way to get there and get home wouldn't happen. It's like they had a story, but they couldn't. Instead, they have a nutsack troll that freebases barbecue sauce. So.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, the fact that he's just like chugging barbecue sauce, and this whole scene where she, it comes out that she doesn't eat meat. Does she not eat meat in the original He-Man? Like, what's up with that?
That was early 80s. Nobody would have ever outed themselves as vegan. So.
Right. So I don't know what the deal was with that, but what did you think about her casting, like, and her character?
She is worse than the new movie, and people are pissing and moaning about the new movie. She's frumpy. She's not attractive. She's like a dollar store version of a dollar store version of a dollar store version of Christy Alley. Like, she's just nothing.
You're not
She's
wrong.
Who gives a shit? And she gets way too much play in this movie, which is another reason why I hate this movie.
Yeah, she's not the best part for sure. No, we got 4 of the users dropped a review, 65%, and I am curious to read her. She always does great reviews, and I'm curious how much she is familiar with this or not, or because she's in one of those where I felt like it could have gone either way for this film, but she gave it a 65%. Dr. Manzor, who's in the chat, gave it a 68%. Said, "I have the power." They did give us the line. They did give us the "I have the power." There at the end,
twice,
right? Or twice? Was it twice?
Yep, it was at the end when he checks in, when they have the jewel at the end of the movie, and then he's, I have the power, and it's really bad composite. But when he pulls his, the end fight against Skeletor and He-Man doesn't quite hold up, and I'll give it that, but it was okay. The problem is, it was really good in the first 15 minutes, and the last 15 minutes. It's the middle of the movie. It's the rest. It's an hour and 10
all the
minutes
stuff on Earth.
All the stuff, and that's the worst trope ever. Is
it's
on Earth. It's called we don't have the budget. We didn't know back then, but it doesn't matter. It sucks. You can figure out. You can go film in the deserts of California, and like they did with Star Wars,
right?
The original Star Wars, Star Trek series, stuff like that.
Yeah, there's some things where it makes me wonder with making this, if because that's the thing. It's kind of wild that it had this notoriously high budget, but seemed to cut corners in areas like that. You're kind of like, but why? What, like, were you not equipped to direct this? Like, what happened?
It seems like half the movie takes place in a damn music store. That's weak sauce.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I had a Screen Rant article pulled up, and it says it actually talks about some of this, and they did say that all the Earth stuff pretty much was cost cutting, and it wasn't intended to be that way. They said prior to drafting the screenplay, the filmmakers discussed setting the film entirely in Eternia, and then it just didn't end up in the finished scripts. They said the fairly mundane rationale behind the creative choice, shifting the story to Earth, meant that less elaborate and less expensive sets and creatures needed to be fabricated.
Bro, so it was like trauma level stuff. Like some of the sets were awful. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm gonna bring people to my side. It's gonna drop all around the stream. Like, you guys are wrong.
Nope. We got to keep the score high. But yeah, and we got Retro Roy in here as well. Gave it a 65% and said, appreciate the movie swings for the fences and had good intentions, but it does miss it. Nick Napoli gave it a 52% and shared Emerald Sword. So love it. Yeah. And if y'all notice, anybody who does the videos on here, it's because they joined Crit Club. So if you are not a Crit Club subscriber within Criticless, do that. You get a lot of extra features, like seeing who downvotes you and putting videos in here. A lot of the guys do music videos paired with their reviews. And so this one, 52% by Nick Napoli. There's Jonas. See, Jonas gave it a 50%. The notoriously picky Jonas gave it a 65%. So just saying. He's not on your side, Mo. He's not on your side. Bob Rogers gave it a 55%. And we've got Maester P here, who gave it a 78% as well. He's in the chat and dug it. Scaviola gave it a 35% bogus. Scaviola. What's going on here?
There you go.
What's the deal? This is Mo level. What? Come on. Come on. And another thing for some of y'all that dislike this as well, another thing they did point out was apparently Dolph Lundgren's accent was so bad. Speaking of Dolph Lundgren not being able to talk in this movie, apparently they almost completely dubbed over his voice in the movie.
It was brutal, but he speaks perfect English. He's perfectly fine. I guess in this point he just wasn't there, but
right.
It was really, it was almost unintelligible at points.
Yeah. Yeah. It's his accent is really bad. Now, granted, he doesn't really talk a lot in the movie. Like he doesn't say a whole lot, so it's not too bad. But Scaviola, I'm going to give you a thumbs up just to be nice. We got Jake Blueberries in here with a mother freaking 92%. That's what's up.
You know what's great? I saw his comment earlier. He's like,
yeah,
I love his. He gave it a 92%, but he loves my hatred for the movie. So the man,
yeah, right.
The man has good taste. Let's just
right.
say. But,
and I think that's the case for most of us that even love this, is we all understand why y'all hate it. Like the ones of you that do. It does make sense why you guys hate it. So we can give you a pass on that. But then we get into some of the other reviews from before we announced that we were doing this. But when we've got one low one, but we've got a lot of rads in here. Ninja Waiter, not a surprise. He gave this a 30%. I can go ahead and give him a gallon's vote. I've given him plenty of others. We got Chainsaw Reacts. He gave it a 35%. And Terrapin, come on, dude, a 10%. What are we doing here?
Okay, so, it's at least
as well.
I can drink a few beers and laugh at a few things. Like there's some unintentional humor and entertainment.
Right.
It's still entertainment. Like there's just movies that are bad that just serve no purpose. Like The Room is one of the most unintentionally funny movies. And, you know, but it's still enjoyable. You still have a good time. You're still happy after you watch it.
That's the thing. Yeah. With a couple drinks, like if you haven't seen this movie, it's kind of like, just watch it. Like you will have fun. Like you might be like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. But like, you're still going to have a good time. And that was the thing that surprised me. I was really curious. That's why I put it on when my wife was in the room. And so I was like, I really want to gauge like if she'll sit here and like actually endure this. And is she going to be like, is this fun? Or is she like, I'm leaving. I'm going to go in the other room. And she hung
my
around.
wife loved this movie growing up.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I didn't even know that till recently. And because it's not like it would come up, you know, obviously I'm in a good mood. I'd like to remain and such. But no, she was like, and even at the end, she's like, yeah, maybe I remember it a little differently. But you know me, I can be very persuasive with my anger.
Right.
So
No,
but it's just like, it's like, I'm a He-Man fan. That's why I don't like it. 80s fans that didn't watch He-Man as much as I did, I can understand, man. I can see it.
Right.
But that's the razor's edge right there. That's what separates me from the rest of y'all that gave it a higher score.
Right. Yeah, and I watched some, but I didn't watch enough for it to matter. And I'm honestly, there's a good chance that I saw this movie before I ever saw any animated He-Man or anything. Like this was probably my first exposure to He-Man. So also explains why I was like, oh, this is freaking cool, man. The super ripped dude with a sword is fighting a freaking skeleton guy. Like, hell yeah, let's go. So, I mean, it tracks, which because the He-Man, so when did the animated He-Man start? Like, was it 80s or was it 70s?
It was 81, I think.
So real early 80s.
Full swing when I was cognizant of what was going on in the world. I was like 84, 85. I was like 4 or 5 years old. Let me see real quick. I'll look it up. I don't know. I just know it was in the height of its popularity in 1985, 100%. 1981. Yeah, 1981 is when it came out.
So yeah,
it was Wildfire.
So really, this was only a couple years after, you know.
But it was like kind of the problem was it came out too late because in '87 it wasn't in
full
It was
swing.
already out because we had G.I. Joe, we had Transformers, we had Thundercats. Even Thundercats was kind of getting, no pun intended, a little long in the tooth. Like those kind
Right.
of shows, they were kind of there, but He-Man was the one that kicked it all off. But it was falling out of popularity at that point. So it would have been,
Right.
people my age, I would have liked it, but it wasn't as popular as many other cartoons at that era in that year. So
Have you watched any of the like newer ones, like when they did this on Netflix, like this one? Now, not the one that they did with who was it? Kevin Smith did one that everybody was really mad about.
I didn't see that. I saw the early 2000s one, which wasn't bad, but
Okay.
there's something about the ultra masculine to the 10th power He-Man of the 80s. Like he would grab the blade of the sword and say, "I have the power,"
Right.
Like the power of his voice and the way everything did. And the other thing is we need to touch on this because we haven't brought it up yet. Frank Langella does an interpretation of Skeletor. That is not Skeletor.
Right,
Skeletor is a
right, no.
wisecracking smartass, which is why he's so popular in memes to this day.
Right.
So that was why it was so fun, because you had a villain and a hero you both liked for different reasons. They were both lovable and you didn't know who you wanted to root for. That's why it was great.
Right.
Yeah.
And I actually think like with this new movie coming up, there's a part of me that's kind of excited. I know he gets so much hate, but there's a part of me that's really excited that Jared Leto is playing Skeletor. Like, I kind of feel like it could actually be the role for Jared Leto. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he could do the sense of humor and stuff like that. I haven't heard his voice in the trailer, but
Right.
if he's doing that,
Yeah.
like that, if he leans into that, and I think he has the sense of humor to pull that off, I think it'd be
Right.
great.
Yeah, I think it could actually be really fun. So I am really curious about this new movie. And I mean, that's the thing. We're not seeing Leto's face. So we're not going to see him as Skeletor. Like, it's just going to be a voice. It's going to be a performance action, piece for him.
Yeah,
So,
but I think he could. As far as like a mocap and
Yeah.
voice, I think he would do a great job in that.
Yeah.
I think that's not a bad. Like people saying they're complaining about it. Yeah, he hasn't had a good run recently, but man's got to eat. He's got to pay his bills. All right.
right. Exactly. Right. I see them talking about Brave Star. Did you watch that? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, Brave Star, Silverhawks.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one.
That Brave Star was all right. Silverhawks was my kind of like less popular one. I love Silverhawks.
Right.
loved Cops was the jam, dude.
Cops?
Cops fighting crime in a future time. Yeah, which
weird.
had a diverse cast that everybody loved. The guy, the
Right.
head guy of the Cops division, because it stood for something, was
Yeah.
Bulletproof. It was a black guy that got absolutely just destroyed, and his whole midsection is like robotics.
Oh, that's
Dude,
cool.
It is, and one of the main villains, and I thought this was the name. I didn't think it was a thing. Her name was Misdemeanor.
No way.
Yeah, so I was like, "Oh, what's a misdemeanor?" And it took me till like when I was like 11 or 12. I was like, "Oh, it's an actual thing." Okay.
That's too funny. See, and that's so like I just missed a lot of this stuff, and maybe some of the folks in the chat will kind of relate to me, where it was like I was part of the other cluster of when it was like Street Sharks, Biker Mice from Mars, because there was like a huge swath of stuff that kind of fit into this genre, but it wasn't.
So what that was, they were trying to capture the next generation. They're trying to capture essentially the millennials with what they did with I'm Gen X, barely. I'm like at the end of it. But that Gen X, what they call the lucky generation, which was like 80
Right.
to 84, people that lived without internet and with
Mhm.
internet, and they kind of understood
Mhm.
the crossover.
Right.
So like He-Man and Thundercats and stuff, we were still easily entertained. So they kept trying to do that in the realm of video games that captured your attention that weren't Atari.
Right.
So
Right.
they tried it again and they just couldn't do it. It was just like the IPs were so good before it. It was really hard. Cops was one of the few that actually could pull it off. They were one of the
Yeah,
few
I
that
never
were
saw
kind of-
Cops either. That was not one I was familiar with. Like and that was the other thing. Like I see Dr. Manzo bringing up, like TMNT was one of the big ones where everything was inspired. Like a lot of these animated shows from those 90s was like, it was all, like I said, Street Sharks, Biker Mice from Mars. There were all these animals that were humanized or whatever and done in that kind of a way. And there was a huge spate of that type of stuff. And it was like during that time, it kind of we saw things like, you know, G.I. Joe and all of those. They weren't nearly as prevalent, and they weren't pushing any of that during the time. So it was kind of like I was semi into it, but it was just from watching like the older, you know, reruns. I just like barely missed it. And then bringing up like Cowboys and Moo Mesa. Did you ever see that one? That was ridiculous. It was literally
I was too old at that point. I know it sounds weird to say that, but once you're like kind of 12 or 13, you're too cool for it. You know?
Right.
Yeah. So that's kind of the age I was.
Yeah.
11, 12. 13.
That makes sense. Right, exactly. And that's kind of where I was, where like, you know, after that spate of stuff where it was all the like other types of animation that they did during the like, especially like late 90s, early 2000s, where it's just like I have a huge gap of stuff where I'm like, I don't even know what any of that is, you know. But yeah, and actually Gargoyles was a good one too. Disney had some good stuff.
Oh, so that's one I missed, and I'm sad that I did. I was a little too old for it. I saw DuckTales when it premiered.
Really?
1985, when I saw the movie, because they would do the movie, and then later on they would break it up into 5 episodes, so filled up the entire week.
Yeah.
But I saw the world premiere on our local Fox affiliate in Northern Indiana on our TV. Holy shit, am I old? But it was so amazing because it was like a Disney movie, because you had to pay for the Disney Channel forever.
Right.
So you get Disney.
I was watching it at like my grandma's. I'd go to my grandma's and get it.
Yeah, you get the free weekend, or you'd watch it at, you know, one of your relatives that actually had some money, you know, which wasn't our house. But well, yeah, getting a Disney show that you could watch on a free affiliate, the Fox affiliate, which is always the cheapest one. You're like, dude,
right,
that's awesome. So people don't like. There's a lot of context that people don't understand. That's why I'm so like I'm so animate about these shows, because they don't understand how important it was back then, how little access we had to it. We couldn't even, a lot of people couldn't afford to tape these shows, because a VCR was expensive as shit in the early 80s, dude.
Yeah.
You'd rent them.
They're expensive as shit now. You can't get a freaking VCR for under like $200 now.
Well, you got to get in on the ground floor, baby. I've held on to mine forever. Yeah. I saw that one coming, but I'm just saying, yeah, it's just like people don't understand like how important it was, because we literally had nothing else. We had Atari games that would keep your attention for a little bit if you were lucky.
Yeah.
Nintendo games, if your family had money. Usually you were a generation behind even back then. Same thing as today was back then.
Right.
You know? So it's just
it will, and with like the age of streaming, it's like our kids and stuff are totally spoiled, because it's like they can have access to as much as they want whenever they want. And it's just like, if they want to watch old stuff, they can. New stuff, it doesn't matter. It's all like kind of just right there, easy to find. And I'm like, y'all don't understand. It's like sometimes I would have to like catch something, like you said, pop up on network TV, and then I just like had to be like, Mom and Dad, I'm just going to be watching this because they're showing all these episodes back to back for the next like 2 hours, and it's going to be like once a week or whatever, and you just have to do it, or you didn't get to see it, because like you said, quite often you didn't even have like the VCR or whatever to record it.
Yeah, it's funny that they're expensive now. I had no idea. I have a Betamax player. I have 2 VHS players and a ton. Like I even have a camcorder that I'm bringing to Orlando. So,
oh hell yeah, that's
dude,
awesome.
I got a Betamax one, which I'm not lugging that thing around. That thing weighs a ton. But I have a VHS one from back in the early 2000s. Anyways, I've always been into that, and I'm glad that it's actually not costing me money. I can actually sell it at some point. But anyways, I digress. Yeah, no, that's why we had read along books. This boombox you see behind me, it's hard to take off. You can barely see it. I played read along books on that thing. I would have Gremlins and He-Man and other cartoons that I would listen to and read along in a book, because that was the only way. That was our DVR back in the 80s, guys. Was our imagination.
Right. Seriously.
So, they just don't know how good you have it. I hate to sound like an old man, but like,
I mean, well, and that's the thing is we have seen technology move so fast during this chunk of years that it's like it's advanced uncontrollably fast to where now it's like, you know, what our kids are growing up with is drastically different than what we had. So it's just, and I mean, that's kind of how it goes to a degree, but I have definitely been really getting into a lot of this retro stuff, and a lot of the shows and things that we were talking about earlier, like with the Biker Mice from Mars and whatever, a lot of them actually had some pretty interesting Super Nintendo games. I see a lot of the chat talking about a lot of the like having the NES and whatever. I recently, because I've been, I showed it on Main Event actually on Tuesday, was I've got the Super Nintendo back together and all this stuff. Well, I was in the local game store and I saw a Biker Mice from Mars game, and I was like, "Holy shit! There was a Biker Mice from Mars game."
Yeah,
probably
apparently it was good too. From what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got an emulator and I tried it out and I was like, holy shit, I kind of want to buy it now because they have a copy, but it's like $70. And I'm just like, oh, like
I gotta wait. I'm gonna, because if it holds up, I'll be up there next week. I got something to show you, my man.
Oh yeah.
You get both bites at the apple. Oh yeah, buddy. I know all the hacks. So
hell yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I guess that is the question is you might be back next week and we do a live show if you can make it out here. So
we're gonna be up there. Yeah.
Okay, hell yeah. So so chat, just so all of y'all know, as we're kind of getting towards the end of things to a degree, next week we're going to be reviewing, I'm having a brain fart, Mo. What are we reviewing?
One of my favorite fantasy movies of all time, Kroll.
Kroll. So so I don't know if you know this. I've never seen Kroll.
Okay, this could go anywhere, dude, because this is like high fantasy to like where they were trying as hard as they possibly could. And it's a bit hard to follow, but that's why I love it. Yeah.
So I've never seen it. I'm very excited. Everybody in the chat, make sure to see Kroll. It's on Tubi for free and on Roku channel. So it's some free places. It's some places where you can pay. This poster's sick. Really cool poster.
The movie hits 10 times harder than that, and that is a sick poster. Yes.
Yeah. I'm excited to watch this. I'm sure that some people in the chat have definitely seen this one and are fans of it. I'm excited to watch it. Excited for us to do it in studio next week. We'll have the boys back and we'll be doing it live. So it's going to be fun. I'm excited. People this is one of those where like I was looking, there was somebody in here who reviewed it and I bust out laughing. Yeah, it was this guy, and he was just like, "This movie is a piece of shit." Like he's so passionate about it. Literally gave it a freaking 0. I was like, "Dang, that's brutal." But it's like that's one of those things with a lot of these retro 80s things where it's like if you encounter them late, for some folks, if you don't have the appreciation for the weird old stuff, it just kind of flies over your head.
Yeah, and it's one of these ones that it just kind of missed its audience back then, but all of the parts of the lore, if somebody wanted to grab onto it, could be one of the best movies ever made. Like the lore is what keeps you. I don't want to go too far into it.
Right, is what's really cool about it.
It's an artistic vision, and they go hard, man. They try as hard as they can, so you can't blame them for not trying. So that's why I kind of love the movie more than I probably should.
I'm really excited to see it. And I'm curious to see what the chat and as the reviews come through. This does feel like one. I'm surprised we haven't done it on Monday Hangover. So I'm glad we're getting to it first.
It's a good one. I don't think we
and
would.
I see. Yeah. I see Riskit asking what it takes to get on my FWB. Honestly, just give it some give some things some solid scores. But I need to add some more people. I haven't added many people lately, actually, and I thought about that. So Riskit, I'll need to add you on there because you have pretty solid opinions. You and Dr. Manzor and some of you others in the chat. So I need to add you guys to my FWB so that I can pull those up because we do need to showcase those more. And Jay actually needs to add some FWBs to his and not have just one single one being me. But yeah, and we do have a few more super chats that I have not pulled up yet. We had another one from Soundwave for $5. Appreciate it, dude. Says, wait, I share a birthday with Blaine. Well, at least it's not Beardo, the original one, not the Timo one, 199. So hell yeah, Soundwave. So you're February 21st birthday too. Congratulations, dude. Happy birthday. So yeah, we'll both be sharing a birthday on Saturday. And I've got another one here from Irish Skywalker for 199 says, Blaine, Mo, your thoughts on Invasion USA. Have you ever seen that, Mo?
Invasion USA doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah. It doesn't for me either.
Dude, if I saw that, it's a canon film. It's a Chuck Norris film.
Okay.
I'm sad to say I've seen Delta Force and stuff like that. It's one of the few that I missed. And I used to be part of a video game clan called Church of Norris, where we paid homage to the most manliest man that's ever manned.
So I haven't said.
Check it out.
I'll have to see if I can get enough. I don't know if you heard me talking about on Bro Science. Mm-hmm. I have Chuck Norris's personal cigars.
I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had an uncle who encountered the guys who personally make Chuck Norris's cigars, and my uncle was able to get me some. And so I have some. If I can bring enough down to Orlando, I'll hook you up with one. They're a stout, manly cigar. I'll say that. but I do have some. So I'm going to try and bring some down when I come. I just got to remember to get them. But yeah, so I've never seen it, Irish Skywalker. So I might have to check this one out. Sounds like Mo might have to as well.
Oh, yeah.
And we got one more from Dr. Mansour. Says, this is Frank Langella's favorite role. And this was...
I'm going to save you right now, Langella.
Langella? That's how you say it?
Frank
Langella? I didn't...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. So Langella.
Frank
I've never
Langella.
said that.
Yep.
Yeah. Frank Langella's favorite role. This was a gift for his son. $5 from Dr. Mansour. Appreciate it, dude. Yeah, I had no idea. That's really cool. So I guess his kid was a big He-Man fan, and that's why he did this movie.
Yep.
That's
same
awesome.
same reason as why Raul Julia did M. Bison in Street Fighter, because his kids wanted. But no, I gotta commend him. He was gloriously eating the scenery, especially when he got the power. Dude, I gotta give him respect. He's almost saved that movie. Almost.
Yeah, he's great in the movie. He is excellent. And actually, another thing that I did want to bring up, because we were talking about the set for Masters of the Universe, the Grayskull set was the largest constructed set in over 40 years when they made it. Believe it or not.
As much time as they spent on that set, I can believe it. But it was not a bad set. It was legit. It was good. Yeah. It was good.
Apparently, there was like a wall separating two vast sound stages that they demolished and created one giant sound stage to make the Grayskull throne room over two sound stages, which is wild.
Yeah, no, that was slick.
Yeah, it's super cool. But yeah, they definitely, in certain areas they put a lot into it. In others, it did not, go so well.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, so we're going to be talking about Krull next week. And the next thing we got to do is our Sendoff songs. So we need to run the thing. There are a lot of folks in here that have probably not seen our new Sendoff song bumper. Mo, have you been in the chat while I've run the new bumper yet?
No, I have not.
Oh, man. You're in for a treat. So everybody, we do send-off songs. At the end of every episode, we let you know some bit of music that we've been listening to lately. And I created a new bumper because my wife was actually in the chat one day, and she realized that I forgot this segment. But she made a big mistake, especially a mistake that you never make in the chat. And she was going to say, Blaine, you missed doing the send-off songs. But she said, you missed the send-off dongs. And of course, then proceeded to get absolutely roasted by the chat, to which then it was voted upon that we actually changed the name of the segment.
Wiener, 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 wiener.
What the hell?
You're welcome. You're welcome. So yeah. There's that. Oh, I see someone creeping up in the chat here. I see the man, the myth, the legend, X-Wing 5. What's going on, buddy? Saying shh. So he showed up. You see, we start talking about dongs, and X-Wing is creeping up in the chat. I see what's going on here. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of that bumper. I worked really hard on it after that typo from my wife, and I was like, she's never gonna live this one down. We're making an entire segment based on her mistake. So, and I actually premiered it on the episode that she was on in person, and she had never seen it and did not know about it. So I was really proud of it. Really proud of it. So yeah, but what you been listening to, Mo? You got a song to send us off with? Something you've been listening to lately?
Well, nothing recent, that's for sure. Especially after the Super Bowl, I had to wash that out of my ears.
Dude.
Yeah. Man, let me think.
Yeah, what's something everybody should listen to?
You should always listen to Queen.
To Queen? Okay.
To Queen,
okay.
yes.
Do you have a favorite Queen song?
Man. No, the one that I heard
to put you on
recently,
the spot.
Who Wants to Live Forever, which is a great.
Who Wants to Live Forever?
song, and the story behind it is like it hits you in the chest, man, because they knew that Freddie was pretty much done. Like, this is when he got diagnosed. But it was it's such a great song from Highlander, and I know you watched that recently again. Yeah. So, but just anything from Queen. We've been talking about Walkmans. One of the first songs that I remember having on tape was Wayne's World. It was Bohemian Rhapsody. It's the first time I ever heard that song in my life.
Oh, really?
I remember singing that on the back of the bus on a field trip with all my friends, and my dad was on the field trip. So Bohemian Rhapsody, just anything by Queen, man. They were just amazing artists. Like, seriously.
Okay.
But
nice.
Who Wants to Live Forever is a great one.
That's a good one. And you going retro made me think about that. I think I'm going to go retro as well. I'm going to recommend a song that actually came up yesterday on Bro Science. It's not exactly a good song, but the B-52s. You familiar with B-52s?
Oh, yeah. Rock Lobster.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, were you going to say
Lobster by the B-52s. Now, the reason I bring this up is because if you see the music video, it's a little eerie because someone was like, I was watching the music video for Rock Lobster and I realized that the lead singer is just Blaine. And I was like, get out of here. That's ridiculous. That doesn't make any sense. Bro, look at this picture. I busted out laughing. Oh my God. You're not ready.
Dude. That is that's the guy that talks like that's the flamboyant singer. You know that, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And he's playing a cowbell through the whole song. But it really made me laugh. I was like, oh my God, that is absolutely ridiculous. But his arms are like this big, dude. He's a rail. He was probably on a lot of drugs.
He was part of a scene, yeah.
yeah, part of a scene. Yeah, but really got a good laugh out of that. Absolutely ridiculous. So I thought about sticking in one of our bumpers a clip of him playing a cowbell. But yeah, so B-52's Rock Lobster. Can't exactly say it's a great song, but it's a wild one, you know. So there's that.
You can't have fun. You can't help but party to B-52 songs.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly. Totally agree. So yeah, but I think that's going to be it, guys. Now Mo, what do you got? Do you have anything else going on? Any streams? Any things you're doing over the next couple of days?
I might game tomorrow, but
nice.
Game tomorrow. Jeez, I'm old, or my brain is right now. I had a long day. Anyways,
you're good.
Tonight, I might stream tonight. I might play some retro games.
Sick.
I have a high level emulator, whatever you want to call it. It's not even an emulator. It's like a Anyways, won't get into it. But I might play some. I'm enjoying playing these old games. Get some suggestions from people in the chat of stuff I've never heard of, and just might go down the retro rabbit hole and talking about all this '80s stuff and all these '80s cartoons tonight. I think I might just do it. So Mo's Game Room. Yep.
Yeah. Go follow Mo's Game Room. Definitely do that. And I'm gonna start doing some more gaming. I've set up a gaming channel, a Criticless gaming channel, which you cannot find by searching it. So, but I am going to be, because I haven't dropped any videos on it yet. It's kind of weird. I don't know. So anyways, I did a members only video where I linked it and stuff. I'm going to start linking it so everybody can start following it, but I'm going to do a test stream probably tomorrow, actually earlier in the day. And kind of let everybody know I'm doing it. So yeah, I'll be doing some gaming. And since, and you guys have been doing more gaming, playing some Fortnite, different things, I popped into y'all's chat the other day. I'm going to start doing more of it. And Beardo and X-Wing have been pushing me on it. So I'm going to be doing more of that.
Right on.
So, but yeah, I'm taking it easy this weekend, but next week, Kroll, right? With me and Mo,
yes.
And the rest of the Unhinged crew here in the studio. So
nice.
Definitely come back and hang out for that. And I am going to send you guys back over to Sevi since she was here earlier. I'm not sending y'all over to Epicverse because you know what? Mike didn't come in here. So I'm not going to send you over there to tell him happy birthday. So anyways, no, just kidding. We love Mike and I totally get it, especially if it's his birthday and he missed the stream. But anyways, yes, thanks for being here, guys. We love it. This has been a great time. Thanks for hanging. We're going to send you over to Sevi. Tell her we said what's up. And we will be back to do this again real soon next week. Everybody take it easy. And I'm sending you guys off with the dawn.
We know.